Season 2, episode 64. And action. Oh, how's it going, YouTube? DMTombstone Belts back here again. And of course, you see I got my good old friend here, Brother Kane. How you doing, Brother Kane?
Not too bad about yourself.
I'm doing fine, man. I mean, other than the fact that obviously I had to do some... Yeah, sorry. Just had to check to make sure I'm getting audio. Obviously, sometimes just, some people say they can't hear me in that. Luckily enough, I always double check. But yeah, before I start off, you guys know when I do DMTombstone Live, it's unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens, try to keep it family friendly as possible.
Absolutely.
And if you are enjoying my live stream, make sure you hit that like button that's above me and Brother Kane. Obviously, I see it. You guys don't. And if you're new to my channel, want to know what I'm all about, especially about the bad boys like this particular championship, check out my main channel. Over around 700 some videos. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. There you guys. I am 10 away from reaching 900. 10 away.
He also makes these things well, so keep always.
Check out Brother Kane's channel as well, where he has a video of that particular homemade belt, and as well, it's on my channel as well. Check him out. He recently uploaded a video of, what was that character? Cocaine, was it?
Yeah.
My God. I mean, yeah, the Kane character dressed in white, and he calls him Cocaine.
It's been all over the internet, and people have asked me to do it, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that for them.
Well, then again, there has the DX version of Kane where he's dressed in green. There's the blue Kane. Sooner or later, you're going to have a whole Kane force, and we call them like Kane Power Rangers or something.
You know what? I like that idea.
Be like, Pink Kane. Be like, let's do this, guys. It's Kane time. Like, Pink Kane. Blue Kane. Red Kane. Green Kane. Power Canes. Or something like that.
And we are the Power Kane Rangers.
Yeah. Hey, Iram. How's it going, man? About time you love to do a live stream. Yeah, as well today I have to change up the lighting here because I thought as soon as I do this live stream, it's storming outside near me. So just outside, and it was like raining down real hard. Luckily enough, it's not that bad. You may hear thunder and lightning every now and then. Hopefully I still got power before it, God forbid. I don't want the power to go out during this live stream. That would suck. But yeah.
Honestly.
I'm late? Nope. I just started the live stream, man. You're on time. Like I promised you guys I was going to do it around noon. Yesterday, I had to do it early because they had me at my work yesterday, and it was a pain in the ass. But, what can you do? But I got to say, guys, sometimes I may be able to do my live streams for an hour around noon or so. Sometimes not. If I can't do them within an hour, I may do 45 minutes and then call it a day. Or have to do it earlier so I can get a full hour in. Because sometimes you can't just switch off work just to do a live stream, guys. But yeah, last night seen Collision. That was a great show. And of course, seen a bit the end of AAA.
And what was it, that mixed tag team championship match?
Yeah. Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana defending the mixed tag titles, which I'm surprised the fact that we already seen that they have the mixed tag titles now in WWE Shop, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the blue version is indeed for the male. The red one's the female, which I kind of get now. I would thought at least make the female's title maybe pink, because the genetics colors, like they say, blue for males, pink for females, like that type thing. But then again, it would just add that vibe of like, what, they're gonna make a butterfly title again? Yeah.
Oh, I hope not.
I just finished Michael Jackson's biography by Netflix. Oh, you're talking about that trial thing, Iram? Because I've seen that one, and wow. It does add a new thought about Michael that even though he was found not guilty, many things they talk about in that thing is like, how the hell did he get away from being guilty from that? Hearing all that stuff. But then you realize majority of the people that they had as witnesses probably just held a grudge against him. Like there used to be former workers, employees. They would just say anything just to get him in jail because how they treated him. He's like, yeah, you fired me? Yeah, that guy did molest kids. Throw him in jail. Like it's the bad grudge type thing. As I was saying, why would you have people that held grudges against the guy as witnesses? Because that's just unfair trial.
I
It's
definitely
completely
agree.
stupid. But then it makes you wonder, was he really that guilty? No one will ever know. But you can't say he was weird. You can't say he was not weird.
Oh no, he
I mean,
was.
that's what I'm saying. Because after all, you have a guy that. I mean, he's famous all around the world, being Michael Jackson, and he has kids that he's not that's not related to him or any way, shape, or form, and he sleeps in the bed with them.
Yeah.
I mean, in any way, maybe back in the day that could have been okay to a certain point, but nowadays that's kind of a gray area, if not yet wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was the reason why people look more upon pedophiles and that stuff. But anyway, we don't want to talk about Michael Jackson and all that stuff because after all, the guy's been gone for almost 20 years now.
Right.
I'm pretty sure we don't need to. We don't want to, bring up any more stuff about him because after all, this is all about my channel is all about wrestling. It's not about allegations and stuff like that. What was that when CIA found some magazines in Neverland in his bedroom? Who's to say they planted that shit?
They probably did. You never know. Conspiracies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They claim they found magazines, but that's the CIA. It's like trying to say the police found weed in my car, but yet you never smoked weed in your life. Come on.
Right. Make that make sense.
It was his magazines or not. No one will ever know. Unless there was someone that was at Neverland, saw him purchasing those magazines, or actually was in the house in the rooms with the kids at the time when he was doing all that stuff. Then we would there if there was proof, yes. But no one's seen a damn thing, so you cannot judge the guy. You can judge him that he was weird, but you can't judge him as a molester, as a pedophile, or any of that shit. But yet, truth be told, I believe this. If he was guilty, I'm pretty sure if he was found guilty, he'd still be alive today. That's what a lot of people would say. If he was found guilty, he would have gone to prison and he would still be alive today. He would not have been killed by a doctor. What do you think, guys? 13 June 2005, guilty or not? There's not, as far as I'm concerned, I kind of want to say if like I said, I just said it, if he was guilty, he would still be alive. But as far as I know, there's not much evidence. Unless there was photographic or video proof or even audio proof of him doing this. Because that's why they can't take word for word in court. Even lie detectors, they're not allowed, they can't use them in court because they're not real. They 100% accurate. Because lie detectors don't actually detect if you're lying or not. Truth be told, because I've seen them many times on YouTube and all that stuff, they detect the amount of sweat, they detect your heart rate, and they detect your breathing. Breathing, sweat, and your heart rate does not depend on if you're lying or not. And as well, that proves the real reasons why that explains why they say people can beat the lie detector test. Like known killers, because they're cool, calm, and collected. If they stay calm the whole time and say anything just with a straight face, they can beat the lie detector test. In fact, they had claims people beating the lie detector test. And you know why they claim that the lie detector test is always good all the time? Because it makes good money when you put them on TV shows like the Maury Povich show or the Steve Wilkos show. Knowing lie detectors are not 100% accurate, but it makes good television.
Yep, false advertisement right there.
Exactly. I mean, that's why. Tell me, You ever watch the Maury Povich show?
Not that one, but I watched Steve Wilkos for sure.
Yeah, and tell me, I mean, Steve Wilkos is more, I would say, is more of a serious case. But you ever
Yeah,
think what's like? Why would you take a lie detector test and not knowing the fact there's a chance it's not 100% accurate? And that's the thing. They
exactly.
say they always say it's like 99.9% more accurate. It's like that's not 100%
Yeah,
because you forget
exactly.
lie detectors. Because lie detectors don't detect lies. They detect many things but lies. And as well, when you ask questions to people, of course they're nervous at the moment. I mean, Dave, if you're in a room and you're being told these questions and you know exactly what's up against, of course you're going to be nervous and all that.
Of course, that's your
And
natural
as
reaction.
well, yeah, and of course as well, when people sweat, like, hey, I sweat all the time, even when it's like I have air conditioning in my room. I have a condition where I can sweat a lot.
Oh,
So
sports.
that means does that mean I'm telling a lie? No. Yeah, I can see the
Exactly.
shine off my forehead right now, and I'm cool, calm, collected. Does that mean I'm lying? Hell no.
Pez here.
My thing is that he's innocent because everyone was wanting to end his career. Well, yeah, you gotta think of it. He was the most powerful. He was one of the most powerful men in the world at that time. Dude, the
Exactly.
guy owned the company he was working for. When he left it, he bought the damn thing. He bought the Beatles. He bought out everyone. Hell, he pretty sure bought. I heard him say he bought out Eminem for that song.
Which one was it?
That there was that one song that he did. I like go crazy because it showed Michael in a bad way.
Ah,
I forgot the name of that Eminem song, but literally it was like a scene from 8 Mile in there where it literally showed Michael with him dressed as Michael with his hair on fire and that trying to relate to the Pepsi commercial.
are you talking
It's
about
the
Malibu's Most Wanted?
what? I think so. It's an Eminem song. I
Ah,
forgot the name of it, but it's literally an Eminem song that has Michael Jack. It's a music video that shows Michael Jackson in there, or Eminem dresses Michael Jackson and pretending to have this hair on fire. Goes into the bathroom and it looks like a scene from 8 Mile. Dunks his head in the toilet, and then as soon as he comes out, they see each other and he gets puked on,
uh,
like that type thing.
hmm.
A confident person beat lie detector. Yeah, I would say that. Hello. All right. Me thinking he is innocent because everyone wants. Yeah, oh yeah, right. But yeah, but stay. Michael Jackson was indeed one of the most powerful artists of the world. He was basically like the Elon Musk of music.
Oh, that song. Just Lose It.
Yeah.
That was the name of
Yeah,
the
just
song.
lose it. That's what I think it was called. Yeah, just lose it.
Wow, that's
But
crazy.
yeah, that's what I say. I think I heard they said Michael Jackson actually bought that copyrights to that song too. For him. I mean, hell, and Beat It. All those backup dancers, those were Crips and Bloods. And you think they'd be on each other's throats. But Michael told, nah, not when I'm around. We're gonna dance. 5, 6, 7, 8, the beat it, like that type shit. I'm like, this guy just stood in between Bloods and Crips. These were real people, and I'm pretty sure those knives were real. They were really gonna stab each other on
Yeah.
set. And Michael's just like, Like,
No, I'm not doing
that's
that.
what I said. Michael was one used to diss most of artists. Well, yeah, he
That's
disses a lot of people. He dissed MGK because MGK was talking shit about him.
yeah, that's what you don't do. And look at him now.
And well, didn't he also diss? I think Elton John one time.
Yeah,
And but it's like say, like don't want to mess with certain people you don't know. I mean, especially if they're like a certain thing. Like don't diss Elton John because what he's gay. Hey,
right.
that guy made millions off of his music. And I'm pretty sure he performed at the Super Bowl. Well, not Eminem did too, but he didn't do it alone. But yeah, I heard a rumor years ago that about someone having to put a thumb back tack in their toe when they asked the question. They didn't answer. Honestly, it pushed the. Oh, that is just a myth.
Oh, okay, that's a myth. That's not real then.
I mean, well, then again, they also tell people that sometimes when they do lie detector tests like that, sometimes they'll tell them maybe take off their shoes. So then, in case that thing didn't work. Because first off, it won't work at all if you ask normal questions, and then if your heart rate goes up from the pain in that, you try to act calm and then it would really throw the whole thing off because you got to do it just right to make it seem like you're telling the truth when you're not. Because if you do it the wrong time, they're going to know there's something up. You're trying to beat the test. And then they'll say, we're going to ask it again, but this time take off your shoes or take off stuff that may require, stuff like that. Hey, do you remember Family Guy Season 5, last episode? Shit. I can barely remember. Like, there's so many. Like, I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time.
Right.
So I don't know what was season 5 or the last episode of season 5.
You might have to let us know on that, Iram.
Yeah. Yeah. But speaking of this, I'm gonna be surprised because I see that next week they're gonna have something for AAA with Dirty Dominic Mysterio with his father, who was the general manager at the time. I think they're gonna have it set up to where they're gonna have Dominic defend the AAA Mega Championship.
Really?
And as well, I find it pretty. And two, this week's Raw, it was pretty cool to finally see a AAA championship being defended on public TV. Like it was on SmackDown. Literally, the AAA Cruiserweight Championship being defended on SmackDown. And does that mean chances are we're going to see more AAA belts on WWE Shop? Possibly. I mean, we already got the Mega Champion. we already got the Mega Championship, and now we got the mixed tags. The only thing that's missing is the tags, the Cruiserweights, and I think one of the women's belts.
Yep. So hopefully they defend those.
I mean, after all, if they already put the Mega Championship and the mixed tag up, like put the other belts up there.
Exactly. Might entice people to buy them.
Yeah. Hey, when Peter go to the past. Oh, is that the one where he was going where it was like a Back to the Future reference where he goes back to when he was 18 with Death in them? Iram, I would get nervous just taking a test, even if I was telling the truth. I think it's just natural. Just wonder how they determine nervousness in actual life. Well, here's the thing. The easiest thing about doing a lie detector test is that you don't have to take it if you just say no. Because A, you don't have to be forced into it. And plus two, it's like just saying no doesn't mean you're being dishonest. Doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It's just that because A, you forget. It's not just the machine that says if you're lying or not. It's the person asking you the questions that's standing there hooking you up to the machine that you have to be worried about. Because A, they look at the machine and they'll say if you're lying or not.
Yep.
Yeah, DM. Oh, yeah, okay, so it is that. Okay, so now, yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, I remember that. It was basically like a Back to the Future reference, which I think it's probably because Seth MacFarlane was actually a big fan of Back to the Future, and so am I.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I have the DVD set. I have the 25th anniversary trilogy, and I have the 2015 Back to the Future hat.
Oh, wow!
I mean,
I was about to say, if you're able to, I want to definitely see that.
Yeah, definitely from the year 2015. And now we're over 10. Now we're over 11 years since the year of, and we still haven't seen no flying cars. Ain't that a bitch?
Right. The only time and the last time we'd probably see it.
Yeah. Well, they have self-lacing shoes, but it's not like the ones you've seen. But they had them as like collector's editions, like, and then they have some forms of self-lacing shoes, but you don't see them that much anymore. And the hoverboards, which is technically just a Segway without the handle, and it makes it worse. And I'm like, yeah, you guys kind of lied on that. The only thing you got right was the Cubs winning the World Series.
That was it.
And it wasn't even against a team that didn't even exist and still doesn't exist. There was no Miami baseball team.
Not that I know of. Nope.
Yeah. Saw it when it came out in theaters. Wow, back in the
Oh, okay.
in the 80s. Yeah, that's
Right.
saying I wasn't. Well, that's the thing. I wasn't born around that time. Back to the Future 1 through 3, I wasn't alive at that time.
Nope. Neither
Who
was
was
I.
that big chicken guy who always fight with Peter? Wasn't his name? Wasn't it Harold the chicken?
That sounds right.
Because I say I know. I think they did give him a name. I think his name was like Harold or something. I'm trying to remember the name. And it's like, I mean, they only had one time to give the explanation of his reason why they fought, and they
Mhm.
still been fighting after all these years, and it's like they kind of like a love-hate relationship now. They're like sometimes good friends and sometimes not, which I
Oh
find
no,
it
no,
funny.
it was
Yeah, the
Ernie.
giant chicken. Oh, Ernie. Yeah, now I
Yeah,
remember
Ernie. That's
Ernie.
what his name was. Yeah, I was like, wait
I,
a minute,
I,
that might not
I
be
thought
right.
I thought it had an H in it, but I was like, okay, it was Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie, the giant chicken.
Yeah, and many times it's like he could have died, but yet he survives. I'm thinking, how the hell is that chicken still alive? It got caught up by a
Right.
propeller. It fell from great heights. And I think the last fight I saw, he got burnt to a crisp. He became Kentucky Fried Ernie by then. It's the hell still alive.
Still, I'm like, I don't know. Fate
And
reverses
then
itself
one
on
time
him.
he was dying in a hospital, but it was Peter that brought him back.
Yep. See.
And I find it funny. It's like every single character at least had to have an arch rivalry. And I'd say like for Peter, Ernie was probably Ernie became like the main like the boss at the end of the Family Guy video game.
I didn't know they even had a video game.
Yeah, I didn't know either, but yeah, I played it, and I would say he was a pain in the ass to beat.
Oh god, I can't imagine.
So every time you brought him, like when you forget what you're supposed to do to put him down, you
Mm.
act like he's dead. Your character Peter walks away, then he gets back up and grabs you from behind. I'm like, God damn it, that type of thing.
Like
And
you
who is
idiot.
that monkey in Chris' room who always pointed? Oh, the evil monkey.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. Did they have a name for him?
I think they just called him Monkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they had a
Well,
name.
Chris called him Evil Monkey,
Like you.
but then in one episode he dropped evil because he realized he wasn't that much evil anyway. He just called him Monkey. I don't think he had a name.
Right, that's what I was saying. I don't think he did either.
As I say, I don't remember him having a name other than just being called the Evil Monkey.
Right.
But all right. In the meantime, how about we do this, guys? Let's do some wrestling trivia.
There we
I think
go.
if we're gonna do all this trivia stuff with Family Guy, how about I do some wrestling trivia for you guys? Okay. How about this one? True or false? When it came to the U.S. spinner, there was only been one design of it. True or false?
I feel like that's true. I don't think I've seen any other designs. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm gonna
All
go with
right,
true for
Brother
now.
Kane saying it's true. What do you think, Iram? Pez, you still with me? True or false? When it came to the WWE US spinner, there's only been one known design for it. Iram is saying it's true. Oh, two going for
Okay.
true. Pez, what do you think? True or false?
Don't take my word for it, because like I said, I might be wrong. Shoot, they may have had a whole like little concept of what the belt was supposed to probably look like before they changed it to that one. Maybe.
Well, I think I know. I know. Well, obviously, I know the answer, but I say I want to know if
Right.
you guys know. All of you are going for true. Well, the correct answer is indeed false.
Yeah,
Because
big.
if you've seen, there's a video on YouTube that they had a version of the U.S. title. Obviously, you
Mhm.
guys know what the U.S. title looks like. The side plates where it has the U.S. flag and stars.
Yeah.
But there was one where they showed at the WrestleMania Super Show of an actual U.S. spinner. It was shown in some concepts with John Cena where the star side plate was actually replaced with the words U and S on it. There was that version.
Oh.
But as well, there was an unclaimed version 2 of the U.S. spinner. They claimed it could have been used for Cena when he won the U.S. title from Rusev. It was one that instead of having John Cena's name written on it, it was supposed to be a nameplate. In fact, there's one video on YouTube that on this guy, like I forget the guy's name, but he has a version 2 of the U.S. spinner where actually instead of John Cena's name on the spinner plate, it was a nameplate put in place, claiming it was supposed to be a version 2 of the U.S. spinner, but obviously it didn't get much popularity to it. That's why they reverted back to the old design and kept it till they replaced it with their current U.S. title today.
That makes
Randy
sense.
Randy never won main event at WrestleMania. True or false?
Oh, main event.
I want to say that is indeed true, because he's only been in, as far as I know, 1 or 2 main events.
Yeah, and I know one of them was against Triple H, which he lost that match.
Yeah.
And
The
I don't
other one was
remember.
the triple threat match at WrestleMania against Batista and Daniel Bryan.
Right.
That one, it's that's the only 2 I know. And of course, there's the Cody Rhodes. Well, but then was that one really a main event?
No, I really wouldn't even say that, but even still, he didn't win.
Yeah. So I want to say that one. I want to say it's true.
Yeah, I'll go with true as well.
Oh, I'm saying true.
All right.
All right. How about this one, guys? True or false? Undertaker's streak was supposed to be broken at WrestleMania Chicago at WrestleMania 22 by Mark Henry, but Mark Henry declined it because he felt he wasn't ready to be the one known to break the streak, or he didn't feel like he wanted to break the streak. True or false?
That definitely sounds true to me. So I think they had the same. Like I said, I might be wrong, but I think Edge had that same, I guess, idea brought to him, and he said he couldn't do that either.
Aram saying true. Brother Kane saying true. Pez, what do you say? True or false? True.
Oh,
Yes, indeed, it was true. In fact, Mark Henry admitted it on the podcast with, I think, Chris Van Fleet, that he said he was going to be the one to break the streak, but yet he felt so much respect for The Undertaker, and he said he didn't feel like he was going to be the man to do it. And obviously, yeah, Edge was as well going to be one that probably broke it, but he said, nah, he didn't feel like he respect too much of The Undertaker. He didn't want to break it. All right. This one. True or false? There was Undertaker only been in one buried alive match at WrestleMania. True or false? Undertaker's only had one buried alive match at WrestleMania.
I'll say true.
I am saying true. Brother Kane saying true. What about you, Pez? Undertaker only had one buried alive match at WrestleMania. True or false? But yeah, because I would say out of all the matches that Undertaker had, he only had one casket match at WrestleMania. He had 3 Hell in a Cell matches at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had 3. He had 1 handicap match. You expected to at least have 1 buried alive match. After all, he was the one that he competed in almost every single one of them.
Exactly.
But what do you think? Oh, I don't think you even know if Pez is still here or not. Are you still with us, Pez? Let's say, maybe answer us this question. True or false that if Undertaker's only been in 1 buried alive match at WrestleMania? First recognized WWE Tag Team Championship in 1968, 8B, 1971C, 1973. Don't forget Supergirl coming. Oh, Pez is saying true. Yes, indeed, it is true. If you count the Boneyard match with AJ Styles, because technically that match ended with him burying AJ Styles alive.
Yep.
Which is surprised they couldn't call it a buried alive match because that's pretty much how it was. How else would you think they would win the match when there was not even a referee in the damn scene?
That's
But
true.
yeah. So yeah, I would say definitely the Boneyard match was the one and only last match for the Undertaker. For it to be a buried alive match. All right, how about this one? True or false? Edge, when Edge won the WWE Championship to make the Rated R spinner, he hated the belt. He never wanted the Rated R spinner. He had his own design, but WWE declined it and said just wanted to do the spinner. True or false?
Oh, that's
Now,
definitely true.
but I say before that, let's see with Pez's question. First
Oh, yeah.
recognized WWE Tag Team Championship: A, 1968, B, 1971, or C, 1973. I think I want to go with A. Because WWE's been around for over since the 50s. I'm going to assume their tag team championship was definitely going to be A. Do you know the question? Do you know the answer to my question?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess A, 1968.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time too. So yeah, I'll go with A as well.
They'll say, Iram, do you know do you take a guess on Pez's question? Because I think me and Kane are saying 1968. Because I do believe, because I know that the first WWE championship, the first WWE champion being Buddy Rogers was like in the 60s as well. I think he was like 67 or so.
Yeah.
And the WWE championship has been over for 50 years, or no, 60 years now. Like, let me
I don't
see.
know. Let's see. He said he doesn't even know.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Buddy Rogers was the first WWE championship. But I'm looking at my big green belt, it says the top names. It said 1961. So I
Wow.
had to say it's got to be 1968 for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Oh yeah.
Because it
I can
could be
definitely.
like over 20 years or like nearly over a decade for a first tag team championship, unless their divisions were real small back in the day. 1971, Tarzan Tyler and Luke
Oh
Graham.
wow.
Wow.
Oh,
So
so
it's
they.
been
They
exactly 10 years since they had the
Jeez.
first WWE championship. Well, damn,
Exactly.
it's funny how I just said it. Like there's no way they would have had over a decade, and well, a decade. But yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, true or false, guys? Edge never liked the rated R spinner, but he had his own design, but WWE declined it because they just wanted to keep the spinner around because it was making big profits. So true or false? Recognized champions. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
But
say
I'm
true.
pretty sure Brother Kane saying that one was true. What do you guys think about the rated R spinner? True or false? But yeah, so basically,
Yeah, take a look at that beauty.
Edge always hated this design. He had his own design that kind of looked closely that the main plate kind of looked like the Intercontinental title, but WWE
Really?
declined his idea and they said just to make this version of the title, so because it would sell more belts on WWE shop. Aram is saying true. Hez is saying true. Indeed, it is true. Edge had actually drawn out the design on a piece of paper, gave it to WWE. He's like, this is the title I prefer to have mine to look like. They said, sorry, but we already came up with the concept to just take the WWE logo off the belt and just slap the rated R thing right on top of it. In fact, I'm pretty sure the rated R spinner they had was indeed a replica they just restoned and releathered. Because you can see in the radar spinner didn't have thick plates like the WWE Championship would later on. Which is why I say my radar spinner is not quite as accurate because it's the thick plated one. But I'll say it still looks pretty damn good.
Oh yes, it is. I like it.
And it's heavy as shit. Thing weighs about a good 13 pounds.
Probably
But
just
yeah, all
about the
right.
same weight as an actual championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like the real WWE Spinner Championship was actually weighed about 10, 13 pounds. The only thing is, they probably hollowed it out some bit because if it was completely solid, it
Mm.
probably weighed about nearly 20 pounds. Michael
Wow.
Jackson biopic became highest grossing musical biopic by being Bohemian Rhapsody. Hmm. Oh, I
That's
can see that. I mean, after all, Michael Jackson was more out there, more, bigger than Queen.
yeah, exactly.
Where is Sheamus? I haven't seen him since last year. Well, apparently he was doing some type of workout and actually got a gash on his head recently because I checked out with WrestleMania. So he
Mm.
had to have that checked out first before he does anything. And two, not sure. WWE's got. Like I say, now WWE's going to try to have to change SmackDown's time slots because I think by the end of this month it's going to go from a 3-hour show back to a 2-hour show. Which I don't know why they're doing that. It seems kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like through the whole summer, it's going to be 2 hours, and then after that, it's going to go back to 3. And so it's like, keep it at a damn constant time.
I wish they would just keep
But because when they reduce the time slot, it means much less matches and much less time to build up stuff.
it.
By the
Exactly.
way, I have a replica of the first tag team championship belt. It's not pretty. Most
I kind of want to see it.
championships are well, I could bet that because you seen what the first WWE championship looked like.
Mm-mm.
Well, there's a video on it on YouTube. Let's see if I can pull it up. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's known as the. It was known as this It's the very first WWE championship, and
Mm.
but and was and Buddy Rogers had it. In fact, I'd say this. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Because I say it's a video on YouTube on WWE's YouTube channel. In fact, look at say if you haven't subscribed to WWE's YouTube channel, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're a
exactly.
big huge, if you're a big huge WWE fan, you got to definitely
Be subscribed.
subscribe to the channel.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna pull up a YouTube video if
Okay.
it'll load up in time. But yeah, here they got Ben Brown, the archivist here, who run. It only has a main plate tag team, but well, doesn't the NWA tag team title just have the main plates? I think because Fine Doom made those belts. But yeah, here's a look at the very first WWE Championship.
Let me see. What we got? What the world? Looks
This
like a
belt right
like
here.
it's like a regular belt.
Yeah, but hold on. I'm gonna. Oh, as well, like I said, guys, I don't have any copyright. I would say for a copyright case, I do not own any rights to this. This video is a video from WWE's channel. Check them out. Who's going to win King of the Ring? Not Obafemi.
If not open
I,
right?
I would say I think It's going to be between either Obafemi and possibly Jey Uso
Him too. Yeah, definitely.
because if they make Dom win, does that mean they're going to make Liv Morgan win? Because
Yeah.
Liv
Yeah.
Morgan shouldn't win at all. She's the women's world champion, for God's sakes. Means
And
the
she
only
got no,
title she's going to go. What does that mean when she wins the crown? No, she's got nobody to face at SummerSlam, or she got to go face and unify the titles with Rhea Ripley. What the hell is that?
exactly. I mean, unless Stephanie.
NWA tag belts had 7 plates. Oh, I thought there was a version of the NWA tag belts or something that was like a green strap and only had the one main center plate. But yeah,
Exactly.
here's a look at the first ever WWE Championship. WWE Championship, 1963. Oh, from this is the 1963's WWE Championship,
Wow.
and you can see it kind of looks more like a U.S. belt.
Yeah.
Championship is a nameplate that's shaped like the United States of America. Prior to this being the first WWE Championship, which was held by Buddy Rogers, this was a United States Championship and a number of different territories. WWE
So yeah, literally,
So
but you can see
US
it
title.
kind of. But you can see kind of the fact that it literally says world champion and it's only screwed on. So chances are they should probably added that later on down the line because it was a U.S. championship.
Exactly.
But yeah, now your thoughts of championship belts today versus that one.
Whew.
I get it when you talk about vintage and originality of world championships. Yeah, don't stop me now. Oh, wait, what is this? First belt was a U.S. title. Definitely was. Brock will cost over the match. Yeah, I would agree with it. That's the only reason why I think Jey Uso. I wish Jey. If anything, it's probably going to be Jey Uso to win the King of the Ring, just to have for him to face Cody for the WWE title.
And
Just
bring
because
more.
I'm pretty sure everyone, I can say because I know they want to go up for an Oba versus Brock at SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly.
And that one.
So there won't be no point in him winning the King of the Ring.
Yeah, because I don't want. I mean, unless they. I mean, I can have Dom win, just as long as Liv don't win.
That's the problem. Because if she wins,
that's what I'm saying. If she wins, WWE's gone way out ahead, and they screwed up because it's like having a world champion enter a Royal Rumble or enter Money in the Bank. Which again they move. Which again they moved their time slot. They went from September and they moved it back to October. I'd say, why are you doing that? Usually, many times, Money in the Bank should be run around this time of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Which is perfect.
As I was saying, like, why? Because you're like, now it makes it easier for them to have the contract early. I mean, to hold the contract much longer, even past WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. Makes it so much more easier. But what do we know?
I like that. I don't think Brock gonna cost Oba because he beat Oba and 1+1. Oba done. yeah, that was Brock's math. 1+1, you're done, bitch.
You're done.
I like to see that at some. I like to see that be an answer to some kid's math class. I mean, math test, like in class. Imagine seeing that. Like you got here, little Lesnar, and like first or second grade math. What is 1+1? 1+1 is you're done, bitch. I think that would surely beat out the old vibe meme of that one chick the kids where one's like, "What? How do you know it's 1+1? 1+1 is shut the fuck up." Like that. Now that one, I think that was a classic, but I think that one would beat it. Like, well, you know what's 1+1? Then show that scene with Brock. 1+1 means you're done, bitch. That would be fucking hilarious. But yeah, obviously, I think Oba's gonna probably end up in the finals, but he's gonna cost him because of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know they want to do big for Oba. I know Oba will eventually become a world champion.
It's just too early.
Well, yeah. Because they're going to set up for SummerSlam, where Oba's going to probably retire Brock at SummerSlam. Then it's 1-1. There's got to be a tiebreaker.
Exactly. Got to break the tie.
And as well, this. And everyone's thoughts. What about next week's SmackDown, where we're going to see Gunther versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, with a special guest referee being Sami Zayn?
You think he's going to turn on Cody and make him lose the title? Or he's actually going to play fair?
I feel like that, but there's also a chance that if he did that, he want to go for the title, but he will lose to Gunther. I feel like anything, he may look like he's going to go down. I mean, like screw Cody, maybe, but then play down the middle, have Cody win the title, and then attack him at the end of the match, setting up for another title. Maybe a title match at Night of Champions or at SummerSlam. Because I want to see Sami Zayn maybe. I say with Sami Zayn now probably going more heel. he's definitely gonna become the next WWE undisputed WWE champion. That's just
Oh, yeah,
me because I feel like he deserves it.
he definitely does.
I mean, after all, he never gets the break to become a champion. I think he deserves it.
After shit, it's already been what 5, probably longer than that since he's been champion.
Yeah, I just don't want CJ win. Say, well, you don't. Well, I don't think Oba's gonna win because we know Brock's gonna get involved. I just
So
got a
he's-
feeling Brock's gonna be involved.
Oh yeah.
Now
But-
with the Queen of the Ring, I just don't want Liv to win.
Exactly.
Because he's a world champion. Why would you want a world champion to win the Queen of the Ring? Because you know whoever wins the crown gets the opportunity of the title of their choice at SummerSlam. Or they'll say this: for a rare occasion, since the world champion's Queen of the Ring, she don't have to face anyone at SummerSlam, or she gets to choose her opponent to defend her title with at SummerSlam, or something like that. Because if she's gonna face Rhea Ripley and unify the titles, that's just be like, okay, WWE just don't give a damn about people no more. Or like they say they don't have anything for Liv Morgan, that's why they put her in the Queen of the Ring match. It's like, you guys are ridiculous. What does that mean for the title that she's wearing around her waist?
Do you possibly think that maybe Stephanie might come back and interfere in her match if she makes it to the finals? If she's medically cleared?
I'd say once she's medically cleared, she may get involved in the next matchup to get her out of the finals. Because there's a semifinal. I'm thinking if she could become medically cleared, they're setting up to maybe get her eliminated in the semifinals. Or semifinals or finals. One of those two. Either way, I want her to not make Liv Morgan win the crown.
But then that'll set up the match for if it goes to SummerSlam for them to fight for the world title.
Yeah. But now that's the saying about this. It's because I know for Raw, I think it's what now Oba Femi versus Dominic Mysterio, and the winner will advance in the finals. That means either A, unless Brock gets involved on that Raw to get Oba Femi to lose, or this is what I'm saying. Brock's going to cost Oba Femi the crown, and I believe Stephanie McCare is going to cost Liv Morgan the crown. Hold on, I'm getting a message in that. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. They're going to cost each other to lose the King and Queen of the Ring. But I just don't know when. On Monday night, Oba's going to lose to Dom thanks to Brock's interference, along with the help of the Judgment Day. Or Oba's going to just annihilate Dom, but then lose it at the finals because of Brock. Setting up for a match at SummerSlam. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure Dom and Liv are going to end up winning the crown.
No.
I don't want Liv to win the crown at all. Because
hell no.
Like, she needs to at least defend the world title. She don't need a crown.
No.
As far as I know, she's already queen of head bitch. I'm just kidding, guys. No, I'm joking. I'm pretty sure Liv is. I'm just saying, guys, I do this as a joke. I don't want to talk shit about people that I do not know, especially the fact that those that could probably kick my ass. I say Liv Morgan is a great person.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just saying it as a joke. But I do agree. I think WWE needs to have more plans for her since she holds the world title. If she's gonna, as I say, or make her drop the belt. If you make her drop the belt, then win the crown, and then she can fight for the belt back. Do that. It'd be more obvious.
Just kind of vacate
her
the
reign
belt.
Her reign has been insignificant. Yeah, 50 days and 0 title defense by Liv. I agree because we can't blame Liv on that. It's WWE. They don't have plans for her.
Exactly. So yeah.
Man, I just want thick Rhea Ripley again. Hey, man.
All right, come on, man.
He wants the thick mommy.
I get it. I mean, that's your preference. Yeah. That's all you.
Yeah, but she's already with one guy, Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy. Yep. So, I mean, that's up to you, Iran, if you want to butt in the middle of that relationship.
Oh, yeah, about this thing. Well, you guys don't know about this. True or false? Rhea Ripley may be from Australia, but actually, her origins are more in Italy because of her grandparents. This should be obvious if you guys seen Clash of Italy. They talk about it in a matchup against Jay Cargill. True or false? Even though she's from Australia, her origins are more in Italy due to her grandparents.
That's definitely true.
Iram saying true. Brother Kane saying true. Pads, what do you say? True or false? True. Yes, indeed, true. Her grandparents were actually born and raised in Italy, and before she was born, they moved to Australia.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why she has such respect and gratitude for when she was in Clash of Italy because of her from her roots. All right. But how about this one? I believe we already talked about this before, but true or false? The amount of titles the amount of world titles that Ric Flair holds in WWE is not accurate to the actual amount of world titles he actually holds, because WWE doesn't want to count for all his NWA title wins.
That sounds
And if
true.
it is, you think it's true?
It might. I think so.
Well, let's see. Pads, Iram. True or false? The amount of titles that WWE claims that Ric Flair held is not accurate because they don't want to count them. Pads says true. It's 22 times.
He probably know the amount.
Well, he's been around to know all those 20. Iram saying probably saying true because he's saying 21. Indeed, it is true. He has won more than 16 times. WWE don't probably count most of those NWA title wins. Then we'll count his first NWA win against the Great Harley Race. But I guess the other few times they don't count them. I mean, he's only won the WWE Championship, I think, once or twice. You'll
Right.
have to count those. Because he won the WWE Championship in the 92 Royal Rumble match. But he has won the WCW title numerous times. And since they own the rights to WCW, they have to count those. Just because WWE doesn't recognize them doesn't mean they don't exist. Yes, indeed.
They definitely exist.
Just like this one, true or false. In fact, Dusty Rhodes did have a WWE Championship win against superstar Billy Graham. True or false?
That's definitely true.
You're saying true?
Yep.
Let's say Pez, Iram, true or false? Dusty Rhodes actually is a former WWE champion, but due to the fact they don't want to count that as a championship win on technicality for whatever reason. Brother can't say that's true. I'm coming from
Washroom.
Washroom. All right. Oh, he must have been watching my live stream on the toilet. Like pretty sure most people on my streams do.
I get it.
Hey, sometimes you just if you're in there for a while, you gotta be you gotta have somewhat entertainment while you're taking a shit or taking a piss or whatever. Right now, I'm playing a bit of W2K26. Oh crap!
You doing my rise or universe mode?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of my rise. You know, make the guy win the title one more time because I already unlocked everything, but now he's in the middle of the thing. I would say make him because he hasn't won I haven't made him win the title yet. But I feel like just make him win the title, then I can stop doing that, then go back to universe mode. But I'm probably gonna do this one match, then go to universe mode, do more of that. True,
Yeah.
but the decision was reversed later on. Happened in the 1970s. Oh, yeah. So he did win the title, but due to some technicality, they reversed the decision and decided. But yet, technically, he did win the WWE Championship. That's why when Cody Rhodes won the Undisputed title for his first time, one time on SmackDown, I think it was when they went off air, he pulled out the Backlund belt. Well, it was actually on a red strap and held it up because it was the title that his dad would have wore, and if he still was able to be called the champion.
Remember that.
Okay, how about this one? If you guys know about these. True or false? You may know him as Dusty Rhodes, but to some others, his real name was Virgil Runnels.
Virgil Runnels.
That Dusty,
Awesome.
like wrestlers know him as Dusty Rhodes, but to his real close family, they would know him as simply Virgil Runnels. I mean, some may still call him Dusty, but I'm pretty sure of it. He would be known as Virgil Runnels.
I'll say true for that.
True. Virgil Runnels, true. Pet says true. Brother Kane saying true. Iram.
If you're still in the washroom.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, he says he's coming from. Doesn't mean he's going to. But yeah, pretty sure we're not sure if he's gonna get us the answer or not. But I'll say that indeed it is true. His real name is indeed Virgil Runnels. He got the name Dusty Rhodes because he lived on a farmland that was just near a dusty road. Hence the name Dusty Road. I know, kind of an odd name out of nowhere, huh? I used to see that name in the credits of the NWA TV back in the 80s. Never known it was Dusty. Well, probably because the fact was they kept most of their real names a secret to people. Kind of like now, when at the end of AAA's shows now you see on YouTube, you see a Mark Calloway. Everybody should know who Mark Calloway is.
Mm-hmm.
The Undertaker.
Exactly. Or as Teddy Long likes to call it, The Undertaker.
Yeah. Well, get this. True or false? The reason why he would say that most times when people know him, when he says, you go one-on-one with The Undertaker, it's because when he did it one time, true or false? The reason he does it now is because Vince wanted him to do it because he wanted to give that energy to the character and let people be excited to see Undertaker fight. True or false?
That definitely sounds right up Vince's alley. That sounds true to me.
That's it. True or false? Reason why Teddy Long says one-on-one with The Undertaker like he does is because Vince told him to do it to bring the energy up.
Yeah, that's true for me.
All right. Pez, what do you say? True or false? True. Yes, indeed, it was true. In fact, it said it as well on the Chris Van Fleet show when he was talking to Teddy Long. He said the whole time he was saying going one-on-one with The Undertaker. He said it one time at a SmackDown match. As soon as he went into the back, Vince told him, now that's what I want. Every time you say that, you got to bring that energy up. So keep saying it like that. And let's just say Teddy Long never said it any different then.
Nope.
And here's another one. True or false? Undertaker got his first tattoo while he was in wrestling. And when he revealed the tattoo to everyone, Vince was actually pissed off about the tattoo. That he should have told him first before getting it. True or false?
That sounds true.
Pez, what do you say? True or false? Undertaker got his first tattoo while wrestling. In fact, when he showed up to the show with it, it pissed off Vince McMahon that he was cussing him out. Yeah, it sounds like it's raining hard outside now. I can hear it running down my thing.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's say, Pez, do you think it's true? Do you think it's false? Oh, wait, is that a new post he said true? Or is that from the last one I said? Oh, no, that was probably for the 10 long one. But
Yeah.
say, Pez, if you're still with us, true or false? When Undertaker got his first tattoo, he was during wrestling, and when he came out with it, Vince McMahon was pissed off, and he cussed him out. Sounds like Vince, so I'll stay true. Yes, indeed, it's true. Back again, when Undertaker talked to Chris Van Fleet about it, Chris Van Fleet told him about the tattoo, and someone he's like, tell him if anyone was able to get a tattoo in wrestling and Vince would be okay with it, it had to be Undertaker. But then Undertaker's like, nah, he was pissed off. In fact, it was it was one of his friends that told him about getting a tattoo.
Mm.
And yet, and when they said it, Vince got pissed off about it, but because he wanted him to tell him, you know, if you're going to change up your gimmick like that, let me know first. And that's the thing. I'll have a second question about that. But first, this question. Who was it that actually inspired Undertaker to get that first tattoo? It was a good old buddy of his, the member of the BSK. So there's a good. You got a couple of options out of that group. I wonder who would give him the idea of getting the first tattoo.
Pez would definitely know that one.
Well, that's the thing. They talk. If you watch a lot of the Broken Skull sessions, he's a part. It was the guy that was part of that show that talked about it, and he's a good old friend of the Undertaker.
Yeah, I definitely would not know that one.
You're not sure? I'm pretty sure if I told you who it was, you'd probably be like, "Oh, I know now."
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, more than likely. Usually how
I
some
want to get a hint, but yeah, I don't want to give you
no,
too
no,
much
no.
of an easy hint.
Yeah,
Pez,
nah, I don't
do
think
you
you know
know
it.
who it was? Pez, do you know who gave? Other than the tag team title, did Ted DiBiase ever win any other titles, not including the WWF Championship that Andre gave him? Well, I don't think they count that. They don't count him as a WWF champion because it was given to him. They erased that. So I don't think they
Yeah.
count that. And I would say there had to be more because the $1 million belt kind of counts as one.
Oh, okay. I didn't
And
know
I
that.
believe he has won championships that were in other territories. I think he was on the urge to win the NWA World Championship. So yeah, I think he's won more titles, but I don't if you could count them with the WWF at the time. The only one I knew was the $1 million championship and the tag team championships.
Yeah, that's the only ones I remember, at least.
But I was saying when I watched the Ted DiBiase A&E documentary on him, he has been in the territories and he has won, I think, Mid-South championship. But I'm not quite sure about that because I wasn't around at the time and I could barely remember that documentary. But I'd say, what do you say, Pez, about that? Who was the person that inspired Undertaker to get his first tattoo? Do you know who it was? Not including $1 million belt, only in WWF. Oh,
Nope.
well, not that I know of. There's none I don't think of because I don't think he's won the European or Intercontinental.
No.
So I'm saying I don't think he didn't win any other belt. If you're not counting the WWF or the $1 million, no, I don't think there is any. None that I know of.
Okay, so he doesn't know that one either.
Oh, well, it was his good old friend that he called Bear, and I gotta tell you, it was Charles Wright, and
Oh my
pimping wasn't easy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Now you know who it was, right? It's the
Yeah.
Godfather.
That makes more sense. Wow.
Yeah, the Godfather inspired the Undertaker to get his first tattoo. But then when he went to the show with it, Vince was pissed off. In fact, it's always known this, true or false. Ever since then, every time a superstar wanted to change up the look of his gimmick, it had to go through
Vince.
it had to go through the creative first. Vince or Triple H to know to change their gimmick. Ted DiBiase was the first WWF North American champion in 1979. Well, I didn't know he was in WWF at that time.
Yeah, neither did I.
And that's the thing. I didn't know there was a North American. I know because he was in other territories. He was like a Mid-South champion, I think. And I know he was going to go for the NWA championship. But I didn't know about him being the WWF at the time.
Wow.
So, okay, so there. That makes more sense. That's the thing. Perez is the old school guy that would know stuff from the 70s and 80s. I know stuff from mostly from the 80s to today because I'm still watching wrestling and I know some stuff, not all of it. All right, how about this one? Big Show started to appear with his head shaved due to an incident that happened on SmackDown and involved with a certain person shooting him with a tranquilizer gun first before shaving part of his head off. Who was that person that shot him with the tranquilizer gun? That's how the IC title came about. Pez, I don't think that's how it came about. First, it came about, well, yeah, there was a North American title, but there was also a South American title, which involved with a tournament that never actually happened, which led to, what was his name? My mind's drawing a blank. For the first Intercontinental Champion. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of Vince's goons that was with Mark Briscoe.
Pat Patterson?
Yeah, Pat Patterson. Yeah, see, sometimes my mind draws a blank. Yeah, Pat Patterson supposedly united the North and South American title. But yeah, that was due to a tournament, but yet that tournament never happened. Just like how the Road Warriors won the tag titles back in the NWA WCW time, but yet they never had a tournament. They just claimed they had a tournament in Chicago and won the titles there. It's the exact thing they did with him. It's like here, have the belt.
Wow.
And yet the first Intercontinental title belt didn't look as good. Hey guys, just don't forget Supergirl coming June 26th. Yes, we know that, but hey, we're not sponsoring them, so technically we don't want to talk a lot about it. But yeah, I am excited to go see it. I mean, because right now I'm binge watching up on Superman stuff. I just finished watching Man of Steel. Now watching Batman v Superman. Then I'm probably going to watch the new Superman movie, which I've seen a couple times. It's pretty good. But yeah, speaking of this, but I was saying this question. It was on a scene on SmackDown. Big Show was on a rampage. A certain superstar tranquilized him and then trimmed some of his hair, which led to him to return with a bald head. Who was responsible for that incident? Who was the one that shot Big Show with the tranquilizer gun?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Kurt Angle. I think.
Yeah, or Brother Kane saying Kurt Angle. Also, Green Lantern's coming in August on HBO. Well, HBO, that's not the important. If it's not on the big screen like in theaters, no one's going to give a shit.
Yeah, they're right.
You don't know that. Just like Buddy Rogers won tournament in Rio, same place Pat Patterson won the IC title. Yeah, they claim that, but yet it never happened.
Exactly.
There was no physical evidence that showed there was a tournament for that. Don't know that one either. Yeah, it was indeed Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, along with his buddies, I think, of Team Angle, that involved them attacking Big Show when he had long wavy hair. He shot him, I think, twice or at least 3 times in the back and ass with a tranquilizer gun, which was not a real tranquilizer gun. Because if you know what a tranquilizer gun can do, the
Oh,
chemicals in them that would knock out an animal is actually to cause a human to overdose. So literally, they just shot him with, I think it was just looked like Nerf gun darts that probably had a thumbtack on the end so they could stick to the Big Show's tights and that. Because if they actually shot him with an actual tranquilizer dart, they would have killed him because the chemicals in a tranquilizer, they're not, they're always a little bit too strong for a human. Because I heard about this in 1,000 Ways to Die. One tranquilizer dart could kill a human. But yeah, they shot him a couple times. He goes down, but that's what I'm saying. It's a show. They're not going to really do stuff to people that actually hurt them. Just like the scene with Macho Man and Jake the Snake Roberts with the King Cobra.
Yep.
Obviously, they were not. Be right back, guys. Okay. Obviously, they were not going to have a venomous King Cobra bite Macho Man on live TV, because if he actually did, chances are he would have died on the way to the hospital.
Yeah, true.
Because that snake was biting him for 5 minutes. If he actually had venom, you imagine 5 minutes of venom pumped into you, especially on the arm where all those veins and that is, he'd be dead.
Yeah, right.
You lose some weight, DM? Maybe, I'm not sure. Hard to keep track. But yeah. In this one, like, about how they always show feats of strength with Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
He was known to pull down, the Titantron back in the day around 99 for Backlash. He pulled down the Titantron. How about this one? True or false? One time on SmackDown, he showed his true meaning of strength when he actually went before his sumo match at WrestleMania 21. He tipped over a 4,000-pound Jeep. I think it was 4,000 pounds, or was it 4 tons? Either way, they always change up the thing. But he tipped over a Jeep that weighed equivalent to near 4,000 pounds, I think. And it was to show the amount of strength he had to prepare for his matchup against Akibono, the late great Akibono, in a sumo match at WrestleMania. True or false?
Oh, that's true. I remember seeing that.
So you're saying it's true? What do you say, Iran? Because we know Pez ain't going to answer that one, but what do you think? True or false? Big Show was preparing for his matchup against Akibono at WrestleMania, and yet the show was feat of strength. He tipped over a 4,000-pound Jeep, which surprisingly, I would think how they could do stuff like that to show off the strength.
Right.
Like, if someone could tip over a 4,000-pound Jeep, you don't want to mess with them.
Oh, no. Not at all.
True. Yes, indeed, it was true. I gotta say, but first off, he barely could even. He was rocking it a couple of times. It took him a while to tip it over, but apparently it was able to tip over after he smacked the windshield and cracked it. Apparently, I guess it was the windshield that was giving him trouble. But yeah, literally, first off, he charged at it and moved it an inch. That already would have been a scary thing to see. A pissed off Big Show that weighed nearly 500 pounds at that time, and he was rocking a Jeep. But then again, you got to remember this. It's all about physics, and it's all about how they can play tricks with your mind. Like, real fans, when they see it, it's like, wow, he actually just tipped over a 4,000-pound Jeep. This guy's probably strong. Well, in technicality, you got to remember, you're only seeing it at an angle where you barely could see him tipping it over with his own strength. And as well, Jeeps, and as well, you got to think of the design of the car, a Jeep. They're not top heavy. They can rock, they're designed to rock around and stuff like that. Like, if you ever seen a Jeep, you hold the top of it and you shake it, you can rock a bit. The thing can weigh a ton, and yet you can still rock it about. Its center of gravity is in a way where it can be tipped over. Exact same thing with that Jeep. Plus, two, they did it with Braun Strowman, how he could tip over an ambulance, over a car, and over that 18-wheeler truck.
Yep.
They have riggings that you don't see. That's why at a certain angle, they'll film at a certain angle so you don't see them actually pulling a wire that tips that car over. Exact same thing with the Big Show. They wanted them to show strength, but yet that's the reason why they don't show it on camera of those type of ways. Because then again, it'd be like, he's not really that strong. You have to have a cable to tip that car over. like that.
Exactly.
But that is what makes him look strong, like Braun Strowman. He too is a strong guy. Don't get me wrong; he's probably a strong son of a bitch. But for someone to be that strong to tip over 18-wheeler, nearly impossible.
Yeah,
Hell,
no.
Eddie Hall nearly died lifting up half a ton, which was 1,102 pounds. He held the world record. Did a world record, the deadlift that just from the ground, standing up. You don't have to lift it up over your head. He literally was picking up 1,100 pounds, half a ton.
Yeah.
And Eddie Hall nearly died doing that. He had blood coming out of his nose, his ears, some of it of his eyes, and he was hospitalized for weeks. And Dave, that was only just slightly lifting up this thing off the ground. Now, the cars they're tipping over, or they're weighing nearly 2 to 3 times more than that.
Yeah.
And they acted like it wasn't nothing. Like they just shot out like they don't know what if actual weight was. And yet we can see for when they do actual feats of strength, it nearly could kill them. But that's why you guys see sometimes it's all about mind tricks. Like this one, how every single time Big Show got superplexed off the ring implodes.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, you know what they do?
They probably
Obviously they don't have the springs out and the mat, or they'll loosen the bolts of the post.
That's what I was
so when
thinking.
they slam, they come apart, and that's when the ring collapses. It wasn't because the amount of impact. Because,
no.
I mean, I could get it when they had Big Show with Brock Lesnar. That's over 800 pounds.
Yeah.
And of course, Big Show with Mark Henry, that was close to near 800 to 900 pounds.
Which is already enough.
But you realize those rings are supposed to build to withstand that amount of weight. I mean, especially if it was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Royal
exactly.
Rumble, you can have like 30 people in that ring, each one about 200 to 300 pounds in that. You're talking about over 10,000 pounds.
Yeah.
In the ring. If the ring can't withstand 900 pounds of a suplex, what makes you think it's when it holds up 30 people in the ring? That's the trick.
Yeah. Absolutely right.
But mine is Brian Griffin.
Oh,
wait, who's your favorite character in Family Guy? Ooh. I mean, most people would think of Peter or that.
Yeah.
I kind of like Stewie. Stewie's more like my type.
Yes.
I like how he's the genius of the family and always seems to be like the comedic type thing. Like he does. Him and Brian always a great duo. But I think I like Stewie more because I can think of a laugh with him. Like especially the scene with Lois, like they say life is like a box of chocolates, but for you, your life is like a box of active grenades. Give me my mind control device, or be destroyed. Hands him the device, walks away. Just realized he's still at the box of grenades, blows up. Ah, damn you all! Like it just makes me laugh.
Just the stupid stuff he does is just ridiculously
funny. Like he's supposed to be a genius, and sometimes he acts stupid. Sometimes, but
then
again,
exactly.
Like he's just a baby.
But that's great. That's what makes it even better. Yeah.
And it's just funny. Like they always have a running joke. He can speak fluent English and speaks in good and normal sentences, but yet only Brian or certain people knows what he's talking to. Like everybody else, they don't hear it. Right. They actually made it into an episode where, in fact, at one time his very first word was a curse word that everyone knew, but yet he spoke all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. But then, I say that all the time they try to figure out about that, but yeah. But as I say, it's cartoon logic.
Of course. Some good stuff right there. That's for sure. Yeah,
and I actually see stuff on Facebook. In fact, there's one time when Edge was the Intercontinental Champion. He actually was actually on stage with Rob Zombie when he was performing his new song, "Never Gonna Stop." And it's funny. He has Rob Zombie. Yeah. It was on Facebook. Literally, him on a stage with Rob Zombie. I'm like, that's pretty badass. Not only the fact that you're on stage with Rob Zombie, but yeah, he's performing your entrance theme to a crowd. And it's funny, he
Right.
hands the Intercontinental title and he's dancing and singing with it while holding the belt. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Imagine just to be one to hold a title belt like that.
Right? Man, that's a dream
Only
come
Brian
true.
and Chris, only Brian and Chris understand him. Oh, Chris can understand. Well,
Oh,
I'm
I didn't
pretty
know
sure,
that.
yeah, he can understand Stewie. I think he can understand Stewie sometimes, not all the time.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. I think only Chris understands Stewie sometimes through some episodes, like the episode with him with the vape thing. First off, that was a bit weird.
That's kind of strange.
Especially at the end where it's like they try to fight over the vape and then end up, well, I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of weird shit between Chris and Meg, I'd say. It's kind of like a weird incest thing they do. Especially that Halloween episode. Oh God. And then after that Halloween episode, they still have that type of thing in between each other. Which I'm like, no.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why people vape. Well, it's because of the fact that it's trying to say it's the safest way from smoking because it doesn't have all that chemical shit in there. Or like where it's supposed to be just be water vapors. So it's basically trying to cut them off from smoking cigarettes. But yet people don't realize it's still as addictive as smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, especially with the nicotine that they have in it.
Yeah, because we have cigarettes better than vape. Well, that's the thing. Cigarettes, maybe unless your cigarettes don't have the type of chemicals like they do nowadays in America or any other country that sells cigarettes, because there's tar, there's clearly nitrobenzene, there's formaldehyde, there's important chemicals in there that's found in household bleach or rat poison and shit they put in the cigarettes. That's basically killing you from the inside. If your cigarettes are just plain tobacco without adding on bullshit to it, then maybe yes. But still, cigarettes and cigars or any type of smoking tobacco, you're supposed to smoke it. You're not supposed to inhale it in your lungs. Like how people smoke cigars. They say you're not supposed to inhale cigars. You take a puff and then you blow it out. Pause.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't
Yeah.
inhale it into your lungs. Back. Welcome back, Pez. As I
Welcome
say,
back,
that's
buddy.
why I'm not a smoker. I have
Yeah, me neither.
asthma. As I say, I have asthma. Why would I even want to fuck up my lungs more with cigarettes in that? Cigarettes is not that dangerous, man.
You'd be
My
surprised.
mom's, yeah, you don't see the true picture. I have people around my life that have smoked cigarettes.
Same.
My grandmother used to smoke, but she quit. But she has COPD now. She had COPD, but she's not around anymore. God rest her soul. But luckily enough, she gave up the cigarettes. And she hated having people in the house that she didn't have to smoke out by the door. Oh, just kidding. Okay. But I'm saying, don't be joking around stuff like that, man.
Not like
Next
that,
thing you know,
bro.
you want to joke about cancer. You want to joke about cancer and AIDS. Like, man, some stuff you don't want to joke about.
Yeah. Don't do.
I mean, you want to
Don't do that.
be a comedian. But sometimes I want to say, don't try to act like certain things aren't they ain't that serious.
Exactly.
Like I say, because my mom barely doesn't have any of her teeth now from when she was smoking as a teenager. And you ever know what it feels like to have your teeth ripped out? Not a pleasant sight. Started smoking when I was 12. Worst thing I ever did for 30 years. I quit in 2010. Well, okay, round of applause for you, Pez.
Big applause for you, buddy.
Yeah, as I said, it's not fun and games with smoking because next thing you know, you start losing your teeth, you start getting cancer and shit like that, and you ever think, oh, is it because I'm smoking? Like some people, they're in denial about that. They say, oh, I didn't get cancer because I smoked. It's like you got lung cancer.
You're right. Like, come on now.
Like your chances of getting lung cancer are rare, but they're more effective if you smoke, man. Come on, it's science. It's straight up statistics.
Exactly.
It's like me saying, yeah, I'm gonna have leukemia and that because out of nowhere. How can it be if it's impossible? Unless I'm out in the sun the whole damn time, or some way to get skin cancer because I'm out all day in the sun. But yet, I don't say that. It's like, oh, it's got to be something I've done. Maybe I get it from work and that. And it's like, no, man, you can't argue with statistics, like that type of stuff. Okay, how about this one? This one, I'm pretty sure you guys could get easy. True or false? The belts they see on TV nowadays are most likely replicas that they have restoned and releathered. True or false?
Oh, that's true. So what? You guys still watching The Boys?
You guys still watching The Boys? I try to watch it every now and then. Buddy of mine spoiled the ending of it.
Of
And
course.
it just felt so damn stupid. I just don't want to know if I want to watch the rest of it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Can't stand those type of people. Even if they are your friends too, I can't stand when people spoil stuff for you and you haven't even watched it yet.
Well, then again, with the way he explains it to me, like how it ends, it's like, okay. But then again, I watched the first episode. It was pretty hilarious. And okay, yeah.
Right.
As the saying true. Brother K says true. But I say, what do you think, Iram? True or false? The belts that most wrestlers you see hold nowadays in WWE are most likely replicas that they have releathered and restoned. F that, man. Who said that ending? Oh, well, I'm not sure, but I don't want to give away his name, you know. But I say, guys, so technically the belts you can see on WWE TV. True or false? Oh, you guessed true? Well, yeah, I'll say indeed it is true. I mean, after all, like this replica of mine that is on a re-leathered strap, and I've restoned myself. You can't tell me this looks close to the real deal you see on TV now, do you?
That looks like the real deal.
Yeah, indeed. Other than the fact that the bolts behind it are not covered up because I got a send-out strap. But I'm pretty sure, but if I just send it to a person that actually re-leathered it in person and then you send it back to me, pretty sure with the leather, it will definitely look like the real deal. Which is basically what the real deal is. Except for replicas, they're not actually, I don't think they're 24 karat gold plated like the real belts. That's the only thing they have over the real belts. But then again, the replica golds they have are so damn good. That's why they pretty much do that. Like my Intercontinental title belt as well, on a real leather send out strap with the Velcro on real leather. And it looks just like the real deal now, don't it?
Oh, so it is on Velcro?
Yeah. In fact, I'll show you. Listen carefully. Indeed, Velcro.
Wow.
I have a good buddy of mine that actually does send out straps that have Velcro to them. I mean, you can request for snaps as well, but for me, I like if I like to have the modern belts that if I want them to be like the real deal, like they're on TV, I definitely go with the Velcro.
Okay.
How much does that weigh? Which one?
He's probably talking about that World Heavyweight title.
Oh, the World Heavyweight title? Oh, it weighs somewhat. It's pretty heavy. Maybe feels like a good 6 to 7 pounds. Because I said that I'm holding the main plate now. It's pretty heavy.
It looks like it is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they don't call it a heavyweight belt for nothing.
Exactly.
Heavy putting it lightly. But it's still, I say, out of all the belts I have, this thing probably ranked at number 2 of the heaviest belt I have. Because my radar spinner is still the heaviest. The damn thing weighs, like I said, weighs about 12 to 13 pounds. Ooh. This heavyweight belt probably about 7 to 8 pounds. And the only thing that comes close to weighing as much as this World Heavyweight belt will be my new United States belt, because that thing is thick too. And I say, like a real belt, like I say, even this belt, even though this one's technically not a replica, this is what I like to call an unlicensed an unlicensed replica or bootleg, as some people say, it definitely looks like a real belt.
It
On the real
does.
leather in that, which I got from Hassan, I swear to God, this looks like he just took it from the warehouse at WWE warehouse in Stamford, Connecticut,
And
and put my own nameplate on it. As I say, this thing feels like the real. It looks and feels like the real deal. Like I tell people, if you want a great quality belt that
And
isn't a replica, and you don't want to waste your time and money to get it re-leathered and restoned, I recommend hitting up my good old boys like Hassan Belts, where you can get and plus two. Imagine if you want a belt that's not on WWE Shop, like they don't have the Ruthless Aggression Cruiserweight,
nope.
and they're trying to find one.
It's not easy.
I prefer the term unofficial, definitely, because bootleg just sounds too much. Yes, 8mm, the world heavyweight.
Okay, that's
I'm not
8mm.
sure about measurements, but I think it is 8mm. Yeah.
Ooh.
That belt, I'm done with WWE. Never to watch. Yeah, because I've seen there's people now on Facebook and I see where they showed a version of the undisputed title if it mixed with the world heavyweight title. As the swirl pattern design of the world heavyweight title in the back of where the gold is, and the nameplates have that gold pattern design, and the leather strap has the design patterns of the world heavyweight title, but it's shaped like the undisputed title. At that point, I'd be like, if they do that again, at this point, I say give it a rest. It's over.
It's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the term unofficial because bootleg just sounds too bad. Bootleg, I think you rather call it a bootleg if it's a really bad design.
Yeah, exactly.
Say like if it's made out of brass, it's starting to decolorize, and the leather is it's real shitty leather, then you call it a bootleg.
Yeah.
While the other ones, even though they're technically called bootlegs, I would think you call them an unofficial replica. Never want unification.
We just said that.
Okay, what they always say, history is doomed to repeat itself. We've already seen that happen numerous times in WWE.
Yes.
The brand split, the unification. Now we have an undisputed title again. Wait till we have someone that's going to be like the next John Cena win that title and have a new version of a spinner belt.
I don't want to see that.
No, make it worse. Let's have a belt that's like Naomi's. It glows. It lights up in the middle. Kind of like that one guy, Grado or something. I forgot his name, but Paul Martin made a belt for this guy that's a world title and actually has LED lights in it that lights up his name.
I saw that too. I was like, what in the world?
I mean, dude, if you can't make it spin, let's let it light up like it's a fucking billboard.
Right. I mean, it's cool though, the way he did it. I like it, but would not want that as a championship belt.
Because I'm saying, when you start to make them look like something that's like toys,
right?
It kind of, I mean, like this, like they said, the spinner belt. You agree? It kind of looked like a toy, right?
Yeah.
And hell, it pretty much was a toy.
Pretty much.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah. But like I tell people, like I said, like the term bootleg, I would hate to call any belt that's not an official replica a bootleg. But when you talk about a belt like this, I mean, look at that. I mean, this is my old WCW TV title.
Oh, that's a TV
this
title.
Is what the belt, as I'm saying. My new one, I call that one an unlicensed or unofficial replica because that thing looks beautiful. This, look, the paint's already gone off this. It's looking more silver on the top. It's got a damn dent right there. The plating on the side plates are different. You can see it kind of if you catch on camera. This one's like a different shade of gold to that one. You can see it.
Yeah, a little darker.
And of course, here it's different, where the shade of gold is different from here to here. In fact, if you swap this plate with this plate, the gold shading for the plates would actually look more better together because the plating of gold is different from both sides. You can see it's lighter here but darker here, and it's lighter here and darker there. So let's say swap that over here and take that one there so they can match. And the leather, look at that. It's just stamped. And they don't
Oh
even
yeah,
have a beveling where the shell tooling is in that.
that's exactly
And
how my
it's just
WWE title is.
it's just stiff ass leather. And then my old Big Eagle was kind of like this until I got that one replaced. And now it's a perfectly better Winged Eagle. And I think if I'm not wrong, if this is zinc, I say it's a real crappy quality of plating. Or
Yes.
because I don't if this is brass or yet I'd say if this was brass. And most people you don't want to go brass. In the famous words of Stephen Hammer, brass is ass.
Yep.
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 Just that's why Undertaker never wins WWE Spinner Belt. Well, there's a chance he could have faced John Cena for the WWE title. In fact, I think he
But
did, but they never make him win it because imagine seeing Undertaker with the Spinner Belt.
doesn't look good on him, honestly.
No, there's many people that won that title, and it never looked good on him. Jeff Hardy is kind of like a maybe, just because of the
Yeah,
way he
maybe.
was.
Randy
Punk,
Orton.
no. Alberto Del Rio, no.
Oh,
Triple H,
Randy.
no. Edge,
No.
Randy, no.
No.
Well, Randy, because the fact it didn't spin on him.
That's what
But
made
then
it.
again, that's more like a 40% okay and a
Right.
60% no. Jeff Hardy's the
Exactly.
50-50. Randy, I can say it's about like 60-40 or 30-70.
And everybody else just know.
And The Miz, obviously, no, but then again, he made his own version of that belt, which was a replica.
Yes.
He made it a replica, so in case if he loses it, he can always take it home with him. I'll be right back.
Right. I can say the same for Rey Mysterio too. No, definitely not him either. You could pick apart your belt, but I'm sure it still displays well, and to the untrained eye, it still looks good. Yeah, pretty much. At least I would agree. I mean, as long as the plates look at least decently great and not like his um, unofficial WCW television championship where one's obviously darker than the other, but painting's coming off and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
So I say, yeah, definitely that. You can pick apart your belt, but I'm sure it displays well. Well, that one was a bad one. But hold on. I gotta go to my wall, take down the TBS title, so I could take down my better version of the WCW TV. And here it is.
There it is.
Much better. And it actually comes with a logo plate. That one did not. And it comes
Yep.
with its own gold tip. That one did not. I had to put it on myself. Look at the
Is that
leather cut.
so now that?
You see it has that bevel.
Yep. There we
See, the
go.
last one, it didn't have like a bevel where the shell tooling was. This one
Right.
does. And the tooling, I mean, look, it doesn't look stamped in that.
No, that one looks a lot
And
better.
they actually sealed the edges. That one technically did not. I'll say this thing and the leather just more floppy than that one. And it's not as curved as the other one, but I don't think this one needed to be curved. But I said this, you can see the difference between that old belt and this belt.
And exactly.
This one
Hold
I would call an unofficial replica. That one I just call a bad bootleg.
Yeah, give me a minute, Pez. I'm gonna go and get the ones that I have. I can show you which ones I have as well. Because he asked me if I have any belts.
Oh, okay. Meantime, I'm gonna try to hang my belt back up. Hopefully, they don't fall and land on my head.
I hope not.
That'd be a funny thing to see off camera. Me go fuck and then drop down with a concussion.
Like, oh no, that's the end of DMTombstone belts for today.
No, it'll just be an hour of me on the ground before my. Oh, I heard something that scared the shit out of me.
All right, so
Right here.
if you're watching, so I have the United States spinner belt. I have that one.
Oh,
Unofficial.
is that? Oh, it's an unofficial replica.
Yep, unofficial for sure.
As I said, it was not a WWE shop or because I have one that's like the original Figs Inc. version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're
Hmm.
like I own two WWE replicas that
Mhm.
are Figs Inc. Like,
Wow.
hold on.
And while he's
There.
doing that, I also have the Smoking Skull Championship belt with the
Yeah,
WWF logo on it. Oh, there it is.
yeah. This is the Figs Inc. version. You can tell because
Yeah. Oh
the patch
goodness.
right there,
Yep.
and of course being licensed. So obviously, I think this what does this say? 2004. So this is a 22-year-old belt.
Hmm.
I have it officially restoned. Just now needs on a new strap because you can see. Look at that. How shitty the strap was.
Mine's probably just as worse as yours too, as well. Honestly.
But I'm saying I'm definitely want to get mine on a real leather strap and probably have it. I'm gonna request it from my buddy of mine to make it where
Hmm.
the strap it's just where obviously it'd be more TV accurate because the replica they put the property plate on the wrong side.
What? Really? That's crazy. I'm like, how you put it on the wrong side? That's my question.
Well, what's the thing? Probably because they have a certain design for all belts. Like
Uh.
like again, I'm going for this.
Mhm.
Like the cruiserweight belt, it's exactly like the replicas. It's always on this. When you're looking at it, it's on the left side.
Right.
The real belt of the U.S. spinner, it was reversed because the snaps and that were swapped. The male
Uh.
snap, they were not on the left side; they were on the right. So that's why the property plate was on the right side. Hence, why my revisited homemade version U.S. spinner, I made it TV accurate. That's why the property plate was on the right side, not the left.
Oh, okay. And then also I have this custom championship belt too as well. The Champion of Champions championship belt from
From
the game
SmackDown versus Raw.
2010.
Yeah. Well, did they have it for other ones other than 2010?
I don't know, honestly. They may have, but I might not be entirely sure because I don't think they
I
have
think
it
they brought it back at least maybe for 2011.
11.
But then they stopped doing it.
Huh. But on this one though, I have Matt and Jeff Hardy's signature on it. I don't know if you're able to see that, but
Yeah, I see it.
yeah. So
That's
I
pretty
have both
cool.
of them. Thank you. Yeah, I have both of them sign that.
Well, yeah, but like I said, like showing up my collection. Like I got a Smoking Skull too, have the WWF logo, but I may want to get that because that plates are starting to tarnish and they're starting to look more silverish.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing the same too. At least I want to.
Because I got the big gold world heavyweight signed by Booker T and Kane. Oh, no,
I
Booker
was about to
T
say
and Ric
what?
Flair. No, I
I was
didn't
about
get
to say
Kane
what?
yet.
Oh,
SmackDown tag with Jeff and Matt Hardy. Obviously,
sir.
Jeff's Hardy's more. I like Jeff Hardy's signature more because he actually draws a designer.
Yeah.
Matt, you could barely see. Matt, I don't know why, but I think Matt could have. I mean, Matt could have signed it with a different color. He signed it in green, which compared to a blue strap, kind of hard to see, but it's still there. It says
You think
Matt
he?
Hardy in delete.
That's exactly what mine said too.
Yeah, and of course my unofficial replica of the hardcore title, which I think looks as accurate to the real deal.
Oh yeah, it looks really accurate to the real deal.
Because some replicas, they don't even have this property plate.
No.
Some people I see on YouTube don't even add this property plate to it. Many times it's just a blue background to it.
Yeah, I'm like,
But
no.
obviously, I think the colors are just a little bit too bright
On that
compared to
one.
my homemade one. Compared to my homemade one, I think I made mine a little bit more accurate. And it's been signed by Mick Foley.
Oh yeah, exactly. I like that.
Yeah, but it's like the hardcore title here, that's something the WWE doesn't even do. They don't add the property plate, which is kind of
No.
dumb.
Exactly.
But like their version 2 of it, they kind of got close to it, is that they didn't have the property plate.
Right.
Their current version they have now, they just got rid of that and now just add the snap box right where the property plate area should be.
Oh, and then I have this one too as well. My bad. Also have the Big Eagle too.
Uh, yeah, I had two of those. Gave one to my nephew. If I mentioned that. Was yeah. Definitely say I'm glad I replaced my Big Eagle because this big eagle is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, very.
It's even though it still has the rough edging on it, I wish the guy could have had the smooth edges and that. It's still beautiful ass belt. And it makes you wonder, if you ever think should it ever have like the where it's not the unpainted version,
Hmm.
the block logo version, or this version, which is the painted one? Like some people would like to have this like the all gold WWF logo one.
I've heard that one plenty of times.
Yeah, but not many people give a lot much for the painted logo version. Even though WWE
Right.
Shop now sells one like this that is a painted logo and has blue, like
Blue
I don't know what they
strap.
call it, like blue felt, like blue vinyl or blue felt backing to it, like the one
Right.
that Triple H won. That one I like a lot. Most people don't get that version,
No.
but then
Not that I.
again, most people and like this one obviously is not as accurate because I think this one more accurate to the one that Stone Cold won at WrestleMania 17 because his version, that version, obviously it did have the 2K property plate, but it was also 2x5. Most versions of replicas, they have a 2x6 snap box. You rarely see a
Yeah.
2x5 on a Big Eagle.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Pez, too. I like the black strap one better, too, for the WWF Championship belt.
As I say, or like some people, if they're old school, what about the blue Big Eagle, like the blue block logo Big Eagle?
Hmm.
And for you, brother, Kane, obviously, it was the only championship that Kane won as the WWE champion.
Which I do remember that one. I might need to get that one, too. And maybe have it signed
Because I
by.
don't even know if WWE Shop still has that one. If
Oh, I
anything, you may
doubt.
need to hit up my buddy Hassan for that one.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely do that. I'll probably be one of the ones I get because I don't know anybody who has that one, actually. There may be somebody
Yeah.
who does, but I don't know.
Well,
But yeah,
if you're looking for accuracy, you have to go the unofficial route. Because
Yeah, of
WWE
course.
Shop, it's the black WWE logo.
Of course. Which
But
I don't mind.
you have to go the bootleg route or the unofficial replica route.
I'll definitely take that route for sure.
But
I'll
as
take
well,
the
you gotta make sure when you do hit Hassan on that. What am I eating? Just some sizzle steaks.
Oh,
Damn
okay.
things are good. But I said definitely would hit Hassan belts up and make sure you tell him exactly what you're looking for because many times you may get the belt and you may not like it because it doesn't look like the real belt.
Right. So I would need to tell him that.
Yeah. So you tell him you want it exactly accurate. And it has to come like I'll tell you, like the blue eagle, not only the blue strap, but you gotta tell them the backing is gotta be like a dark brownish crock. Like you see on TV. It's not like a tannish color, but it's like a dark, it almost looks black, but yet it's a dark brown.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And make sure of it that he has to have a property logo plate somewhat like this.
Okay.
Obviously, it'll say World Heavyweight Champion on it. It won't say Intercontinental, but it'll have like the block WWF logo plate like that, like the replica has.
Okay.
Yeah, you got and as well. But also look up photos of the belt.
That's
You can
exactly what
tell
I'm
them
about to do now.
exactly. That's it. And for accuracy as well, make sure that those where usually those sidebars have,
Uh-huh.
they don't have the fill in between the bars. They're cut out
Okay.
to be more accurate because the real belt, the sidebars were breaking off because they didn't have the fill in.
Oh.
And then when they went to the scratch logo, they filled them in because they realized, oh, they kept breaking off. Yeah, I watch a lot of Hazard at 5. He talks about the history of that stuff. But yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
There was only 2 people that won that belt. It was Kane and then Stone Cold before they switched to the scratch logo.
Right.
In fact, this true or false? Hold on one second.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So batteries with it.
All right. Sorry. I'm back.
Are you
Yeah,
good?
but I say true or false. In fact, Stone Cold Steve Austin helped inspired using the scratch logo when he debuted the Smoking Skull. True or false? I'm gonna get a drink. Real quick.
Yeah, good idea. I'm gonna do the same too. I'm gonna say true for that one.
True. Wait.
You see yourselves after time getting WWE belts from back in the day just to your collection, just for your collection.
All right, I'm back. So let's see. I am saying true. Did you
Yeah.
see yourself time after time getting WWF belts from back in the day just for your collection to be a part of your collection?
I kind of would.
Do
I
I?
would like at a point.
Well, if I knew about it back in the day, because I didn't start doing collecting belts until I was maybe like 10, collecting the toy belts. I
Yes,
mean,
which
hell,
I.
if my younger self saw me today, I'm pretty sure he would shit himself. Be like, wow.
You got all these belts.
Well, I all have a field day with these belts.
Yes.
But yeah, they're all saying true. Yes, indeed, it was true. When the time Stone Cold came out with the Smoking Skull belt, obviously it was the first belt on WWF to have the scratch logo. Hence why they changed it from the block logo to the scratch logo.
Which I thought was
Somewhat.
great.
You know, say somewhat. Most of the belts did have scratch logos,
Mhm.
but some did keep the block logo for a little while. Like I think the tag belts still have them. The
Yep.
light heavyweight belt still had it, and I do believe the European title still had it.
Yes.
At least till after I think WrestleMania 15, because when Shane McMahon held the European title, it was still the green strap, which was the block logo.
That I remember.
Yeah, so until they start all putting the titles on black straps, that's when they start changing them from block logos to scratch logos. Instead, it's like back in the day during the new generation era, all the titles started to look a different color.
Which I liked.
Like,
I like.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like that a lot because they like the world title was on a blue strap.
Yep.
The IC title was on a purple strap. Looked beautiful.
Yep.
Which I do like you seen, I do have that one. Just it's not as accurate because the backing's just plain black backing when it should have been like a dark blue croc backing or something like that.
If someone was willing to buy you any three.
If someone was willing to buy you any 3 unofficial belts, what would you get? Ooh.
That's a good question.
The saying, depending on what I say, if it's 3 unofficial, well, that's the thing. It could be any type from like WWE, WWF, all of them.
Yeah.
And like I said, if it's not the ones I could get off WWE Shop, which obviously they got rid of a lot of them.
A lot of them.
As I said, because they don't have the ruthless aggression tags on there anymore, which I wouldn't mind getting.
They probably don't even have the Attitude Era ones either, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I might be wrong. Unless I still got the. Oh wow.
But yeah. I wouldn't mind getting the SmackDown and Raw Ruthless Aggression tag belts. That's 2 right there.
Yeah.
And for my third one, if I have to think about it,
Any belts from any promotion from any era. Okay.
well, from any era, okay. Well, because I pretty much almost got every single belt from any era right now.
Yeah. You pretty
Let's
much do.
say, yeah, let's say I would definitely want to get the Ruthless Aggression tag belts because those are the only ones I don't have in my collection, except for the SmackDown one that I made, which looks absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
But I want the real version of it because I already have the real version of every other belt that I made.
Right.
The third one I may have to go with, since I don't have it right now. I would go between the Andre 87
Ooh.
or I may have to say, well, damn, because I got 60, like over 61 belts, and I'm wondering which, or I want to say the WrestleMania 3 Intercontinental, the Brasso Intercontinental with the red logo.
I don't think I've seen that one.
There's some of them on YouTube. Like some that have it as the Brasso version or pre-Brasso.
Okay. So for me, any 3 that I would want would be those 2 Ruthless Aggression, SmackDown and Raw tag team titles for sure. Definitely got to get those. And then part of me wants to get a TNA X Division Championship title because I've been
I
a
almost
huge
forgot
fan
about
of it,
TNA belts too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a hard one.
especially from like the
And I
mid
want,
2000s.
I wouldn't mind trying to get those TNA belts.
Yeah, especially the old school ones for sure. That and then the
Yeah.
TNA World Tag Team titles. So yeah, those would be the 3 if I could choose.
Yeah.
But those would be the ones I would want to get.
Man, 2 hours of stream. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I lost track of time when you talk.
Yeah,
But
for real.
if it had to be by saying, yeah, those 3 would probably be my option. I wouldn't mind the TNA belts. Like TNA would probably be down in the 4th range. Like in between getting the newer versions
And
or
the
like the
older,
pre-2000 ones that were
exactly.
with the mixture of the NWA. Because the Impact era of TNA belts,
Yeah,
the world title Impact belt was okay.
yeah,
Kind of
it was
looked like
alright.
a big gold. That one looked all right. Interesting choices. Well,
Thanks.
yeah, as I say, I do because the Ruthless Aggression tags are definitely up there for me because I like to add them to my
Here,
collection because they're all there. Like I already have a dual plated WWF World Tag. I have the most recent, or I had the Raw SmackDown nickel tags, we'll call them, since they used to be called penny tags, but
I might do that. Just buy the new one and then get the older previous one too.
I do now own the current WWE Tag Team title, but I need to get the World title off the list.
Yes.
But yeah, at least buy new TNA World Champion. Oh, I definitely would think of that
Me
because
too.
I think that belt does look pretty good.
I do like that belt.
But as well, there's also the TNA International Championship, which I think they were just trying to rip off of AEW.
I figured they were.
But between that, if you're thinking between the AEW and TNA International Championships, I would most likely favor TNA just a little bit more because the fact it's on a blue strap and it does look pretty good. It looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, the light blue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's the one that Hazard F5 did. Okay, got it. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, say Hazard F5 talked a lot about TNA belts.
Oh,
TNA
okay.
Championship shapes are the same. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
not as much as WWE though.
But then again, you gotta think before they started changing the shapes of WWE belts, they used to all look the same too.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, when you talk about same, I'm gonna look behind me right now.
There's,
Raw,
and SmackDown,
SmackDown.
same thing.
And of course, we can't talk about the world titles like the WWE and the two Universals.
Same shape.
And the women's titles. When they had
Same.
Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, they look exactly the same, only different colors.
Yep, exactly.
But now when they had the world title, but now we talk about men and women's titles.
Same.
Men's Intercontinental, Women's Intercontinental, Men's US, Women's US, Men's World, Women's World, Men's WWE, Women's WWE.
Same thing.
All look the same except the color of the straps.
Exactly. Same
Men's
thing.
get the black strap, women's get that white strap.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wait until they actually divide the women's tag title to where we get the women's WWE tag and the women's world tag.
Oh, so that'd be
But
nice.
I'm not. Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure if they're ever going to do that because I don't think they have enough women in the division to have two tags in between. That's why they unified the NXT women's tag with the WWE women's tag.
Oh, that's why I like the old school titles. Yeah, exactly. I love the old school titles more than the ones we got now. It's not saying there's nothing wrong with the newer ones, but I do love the old school ones because they're a lot different, better designs.
Yeah. I mean, like this. We'll say this, guys. We'll do a battle of the belts.
Oh yes.
When we talk about battle of designs, when we say about the battle of undisputed title,
Oh boy.
when we got this
Mm-hmm.
compared to this.
Undisputed.
Battle of undisputed. Which undisputed is undisputed? Like which one do you prefer as the better undisputed title?
The OG
We talk about-
original.
I say we talk about the OG 02 to 05
Yep.
or the today. Here
Oh, I like the 02 to 05 right there. A lot of times we like the belts we grew up with. Iran said he likes the new undisputed championship. And I like the older one from 02. Yep. Me and Pez like the OG one.
Yeah. Yeah. But I say, as much things change, sometimes they always stay the same. But I do say OG definitely does add the vibe because this feels like a championship belt. As
Yeah,
this
exactly.
feels like I'm holding a product placement, don't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it looks regal and I'll give you that, but
Right.
why would you want to be carrying something that just has a big ass logo in the center of it?
Exactly.
But then again, sometimes there are certain titles that actually look good and compared to the OG, it just feels better. Like,
Right.
say, like this United States title
Mm-hmm.
versus it's that U.S. title versus this U.S. title.
Oh man.
Now, that's the thing. I don't get me wrong. I grew up loving this title, but then to me, it's just basically you might as well just be walking around holding an American flag around your waist.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it does reek of United States and as well adds an eagle to it.
Which I thought was good that they did.
But man, it's pretty good. Most times the eagle is saved for world titles.
Right. But it's also good for the United States title.
Let's see. He's saying, although I have to admit the current one with the gold is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
New Undisputed title look like a toy, but still like the new one. Yeah. U.S. champion is best looking belt. Well, don't get me wrong. As I say, unless you, I like the OG style United States Championship.
Oh yeah.
It'll always have a place in the old school wrestler's heart, especially those growing up of the Ruthless Aggression era when that belt came about. Seeing
But
ones
that-
like John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, and even not to mention Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say that shouldn't be named. I was like, well, I won't say it.
Well, if I was in WWE, I was not allowed to mention his name.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
WCW US title is
Turn
better
them
than both them, in my opinion. Well, that I would I have
then
to
that
agree.
one-
Well, that's the thing I'd say, because then again, if it wasn't for the WCW US title, we wouldn't have a WWE US title. Now,
exactly.
I'd say for Brother Kane's opinion, if you're talking about comparing this one
to the
and
WC
and this one to this one,
that one. Oh man.
I mean, I like the gold on this belt, and
Yeah.
it and as well, it has the US on there with the stars and stripes and the eagle. Which
Mhm.
then I think about it, when
Doesn't
WWE
that-
replaced this, when WWE replaced it with the newer one, they seem to
Same.
have a little inspiration for the original WCW US. Obviously, the WCW US had two versions as well. I only have the 5-plate version, but there was also a 3-plate version.
I remember
3
that one.
plates. Saying, 3 plates,
Similarities.
stars and stripes, and has an eagle. WWE
Well-
basically made a WCW 3-plate US version 2.0 with
Yep.
their WWE logo. If you don't think of it like that, but yeah, I do.
I agree.
Now, when we talk about intercontinentals,
Ooh, hold up.
of course, we
Hold
got
up
the
now.
classic,
Classic white strap.
the oval. Well, this
Mhm.
one's the network logo. I wish I had the scratch logo or the block logo versions.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm thinking about, maybe I want to get a block logo version. Like I said, one of my titles would probably be like the
block.
pre-Brasso WrestleMania 3 Intercontinental.
Okay.
And comparing those Intercontinental designs
With the newer
with the
one.
newer one.
Hmm.
I mean, before this one had black paint where the globes and that logo is, which basically looked like a little brother of the Undisputed. And then when they added the blue paint to it, it made it look a lot better. That's my saying. Like when you have an Intercontinental title and you have globes on it, you don't have the globes painted in black. You have them painted in blue.
Blue. That's how it's supposed to be.
And then when you compare them to these other Intercontinental designs, yeah,
The NWA
the
US
NWA
title.
Lex Luger US title was better than all others. Yeah, I would agree with that one. Was it NWA or AWA? You're talking about the Luger version when it had the rounded disc side plates. Now you gotta say when it had the red banners to it and all that. Yeah, I would definitely agree. That one was a kick-ass version. Blueprint make the new IC champion much better. I would say definitely. You mean blue paint? The version 2 of the
Blueprint.
Intercontinental title they had is a lot better.
A whole lot better.
But yet, when you're comparing to like those that are vibe of the old school designs, like a classic that never goes out of style, like and of course plays homage to Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Jamar's versions with ovals.
Love them.
To me, when you have the ovals, every single one of the plates have a part of the globe, which I get it. You call it intercontinental. It sure has to represent every continent on the planet. But do you
Right.
have to describe it on every side plate?
Probably not.
Like sometimes it's a bit overdoing it. Here, it's just one globe.
Yep.
That's
all
all.
you need.
And obviously, for the newer design, it has 2 for each side of the globe. And it's a 3-plate design. Now, to me, that's like I was saying. I grew up with the Oval IC. And I then grew up with the Classic. They're all hard to battle up against to say which one's my favorite. I mean, even though I'm more fond of the Oval because that was mostly what I was growing up with. I was growing up when it was from this to this,
Yep.
then to that, before it became the classic and now the current IC. Those, I gotta say, the oval IC has probably been around a little bit longer than any other than the classic, the Reggie version. Oh, what
Oh,
happened?
snap.
Oh, there we
Hey.
go. I accidentally hit the camera, but yeah. But as well, there's just one thing of today's Intercontinental I think can make it just a slab bit better if they actually did it. Well, if you ever look at the new Intercontinental belt design,
Mm-hmm.
you can see it has these areas that make it look like they're supposed to be studying for stones around here. Which, if they actually did just drill those out and put stones in it, which some people do to the replicas, I think it would make the belt a little bit better.
I think so.
I think it would definitely make the belt pop more if they added stones. Let's see what it says. My personal IC favorite is Don Morocco version, not to be confused with the Greg Valentine version, with the green strap and with Big Eagle. Oh, that one before.
Yeah, I never seen that
Okay,
belt.
so well, according to him, there was two green versions, and the latest version was destroyed by Greg Valentine, which
Right.
led to the classic Reggie IC design.
Gotcha.
That was held by Macho Man Randy Savage, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and then Honky Tonk Man before it was replaced with the all gold logo.
Oh, okay.
Because that one was so tarnished thanks to Macho Man pouring Brasso on the damn thing. Which we all learned today. Thanks to Macho Man Randy Savage, word of advice, you do not put Brasso polish on your belts.
Nope.
Because it will tarnish it will literally strip the plating off them. But yet you can still use Brasso on your belts, just not on the plates. You use Brasso on the snaps.
On the snaps. Okay.
Snaps on mostly the female side snaps. I'm not sure if you could do it on the male snaps, but to make the female snaps shine bright new, you use Brasso on them. That's
Okay,
the
so
only
that's
thing. The only thing you use Brasso on, anything that's required plating, because the metal that the snaps are made out of are a completely different metal than the plates. Because I think like the snaps are actually made out of brass.
interesting. I didn't know that. Learned something new.
Well, you ever think about it? Well, how if the snaps were made out of the exact same metal as the plates, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit hard to move and bend them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Windex
absolutely.
without ammonia and microfiber cloth. That's what you use for the plates. You start live stream 14 June 10 p.m. now. June. Well, that's saying. Well, he has a different time zone.
Yeah, he's in a different time zone than we are. It's only 2:18 p.m. here, June 14th, 2026.
Yeah, say it, man. It's. I'm surprised. Wow, I've been going over 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I'm already sweating from this. But I gotta say, yeah, I do agree. For some old designs are a lot better than the new ones.
Exactly.
But yet today's designs sometimes they pay homage to the old school designs, like today's WWE Tag Team Championship. It looks a lot like the SmackDown Ruthless Aggression tag, along with the Attitude Era tag.
Exactly.
And of course, the current today's tag team titles are paying homage to the Ruthless Aggression ones when they call them WWE and World Tag Team Championships. Even though the World Tag Team Championships look nothing to the Ruthless Aggression ones, but yet they do still pay homage to the original ones because the original ones were actually 3D printed version plates. They claimed them like that.
Oh,
And they were kind of designed like the 3D Big Gold.
interesting.
Exact same way.
Has to be said, but I really enjoy. Yeah, see you guys. And we enjoy hanging out with you too, Pez.
Yeah. But I do say so. The classic, like they say in one particular horror movie, a true classic
Mhm.
never goes out of style.
Nope, never.
In fact, there was a chance they were saying that the reason why Cody Rhodes one time at Saturday Night Main Event brought back the original Winged Eagle belt. There was a chance they were talking about redesigning the Undisputed Championship to look somewhat like a Winged Eagle, but it's more of the modern day Winged Eagle, which I would agree. Low audio DM. It's probably because I had a bit of a technical error, but probably because I streamed for too long.
Uh,
Yeah, sometimes because it just reset itself. Before it said it was like up 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now it's back. Now it just reset itself. Now it's back at 1 minute. So if I stream too long, it changes up everything. But you guys still hear me well, right?
yep.
Yeah. But I do say so as well. Some old school designs definitely do better than others. Like the classic. I can hear Kane, but you're low audio, damn. Oh, that's weird. Well, probably let's do if you can still hear. As long as you can still hear me, I don't want to be like too loud, you know. But yeah, like some designs can definitely do go back to originals, and they would look just fine. Kind of like the hardcore title.
Oh yes.
You obviously see the original. Then when they try to do the newer one that Travis Scott owns, oh my god.
Horrible.
It was a great concept to try to match the original, but it looks awful. And they had multiple designs of it. There's the Travis Scott version, and I think there's like the Raw version. Or some version of it, like I hear about it. There's two different versions of the hardcore title of the Travis Scott version. And two, why would you give him a belt if it's like a championship that could be defended, but yet he doesn't defend it?
That's the thing.
Man, we don't want to close our ear in phone speaker. All right, well, maybe if I could be a little bit closer, if you guys can hear me a little bit better. But yeah, as well, when you talk about different versions, there's also like I said, there's the hardcore, and then we go to the 24/7 title. 24/7 title. I mean, at first, it kind of sucked. But then when you watch it for a little while, the design kind of grows on you. Like, you gotta get, I get it. They don't have nameplates or any much design to it because it's a title that's only used for people that don't have a lot to do in wrestling. Like, they don't have a match going on and that. If it's a filler in title, especially helps people get out of the catering every now and then. Gives everyone great concept. Design, it kind of was horrible at first, but then when you realize about it, it's like, of course it's not going to have side plates and you can change in and out on it because it could change like that on a snap. So I get why they just have the blank plates. Okay, because it could change to anyone. But maybe if you add some design to it, it probably could have worked. Maybe a little bit better. And the center plate when it looks like a damn clock.
Yeah.
I mean, like the speed title. The speed title works because A, it looks like a clock, and plus two of the concept. You're facing it in a time limit match. So the belt should look like a damn clock. Now, reason why they don't make replicas of it is probably because of the fact they have to have the X logo stamped in the leather.
And they probably get copyrighted.
Twitter would be copyrighted and all that shit. And since now Elon Musk owns it, now we have a trillionaire that owns owns the social media thing. Imagine that amount of money to fork out just so they can make replicas of the damn thing. Now I think about it. I don't want to say much because God forbid someone hears this and try to beat me at this, but I think if anyone's gonna do it, I'd rather do this first. Because I already think I do have a first on my YouTube channel for being the first one to show off a unofficial replica of the AEW National Championship. No one owns a national championship, as far as I know, on YouTube, or don't or show one. I think I want to be another first. I'd say this: the WWE Speed title. If they don't make a replica, someone's gonna get it as an unlicensed replica, and then show it off on YouTube. I think I'd rather be a first. Don't you guys agree?
I agree.
Because I think someone's got at least got to get a belt like that. I mean, it's a great looking belt, and if they're not gonna make it a replica, someone's
should do
gonna
it.
end up getting in the collection. I'm probably gonna think about it. And as well, the Heritage Cup. They now, as far as I know, I hear they say they retired it, which I get it, but they never made replicas of that. Like, obviously, no one's gonna get a replica of a damn trophy.
Nope.
Like WWE missed out on that. Hey guys, what you think? Who should be next Batman of DC Universe? Well, so far as I know, I'm pretty sure you don't want that Twilight guy being the Batman. Don't get me wrong, I can see it as the early stages of Batman, but when he grows a lot more into it, nah. It's kind of like the guy who played Gotham's Batman at the end of the Gotham series. I get that. And then when you see the newer Batman, I feel like that was like happened right after it. Like you get Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah, that's what his name was.
Yeah, as I said, the actor who played in Gotham, I forgot his name, but when he became the Batman at the end, the Robert Pattinson version felt like the Batman after Gotham, like a year or so after Gotham. That's what it feels like if you try to put them all together. But if you want to see anyone be a Batman, like hard choice because I don't know who could be a good Batman.
I really don't.
As I say, I don't know, Keanu Reeves. No. Let's not let him try to kill that vibe.
Oh no.
Right, man, Robert Pattinson is good as Batman, but he is not in DC Universe. Well, yeah, because we have George Clooney, we got Michael Keaton, and of course we got Ben Affleck in the DC Universe versions. I think they do have Val Kilmer, but obviously he's now gone. Hate to rain on your parade, Iran, but I'm not a DC guy. I've never seen a Batman or Superman movie ever. Wow. Not even Superman? All right.
Wow. I didn't know that.
But I'm not going to judge you because I do like Marvel and DC. I do watch Superman, but yeah. I would say this. Though, like, on the concepts of what was I talking about before we switched to the movies? Something about the 24/7 title and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Speed Championship.
Oh yeah, the Speed Championship. Yeah, I would. Oh yeah, kind of cool being the first. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind being there because I do have a couple firsts on my channel. First to have a homemade European title, no one's done that. First with the AEW national title, no one has done that either. And now I've been thinking if I get the Speed title, it would definitely be awesome. But then again, I'd be thinking, first off, I already got a ton of orders backed off. So once I get those done, I probably get the next option. Would be like, wonder who's going to be the one to make the Speed title for me. Then hopefully get it going. But I also got to have the custom side plates on it if I want to. But yeah, once I get those in my collection, it'll be not much left to do. But I'd say WWE is definitely kind of messing up when it comes to stuff like that. Like, you got all these title belts, but yet you don't make them into replicas. Like, where's the WWE ID belt that they have? We've seen only photos of on WWE's like Twitter page and that. Where's the Speed title replica? Where's the Evolve title replicas? Because they are still a show. Where's the replicas of Evolve? There's no licensing to them. As far as I know. I'm pretty sure I have some belts that nobody else has in their collection. Well, some people may, some people don't. Paz, I mean, you ever check that Dan Mauser guy who used to be part of AEW? He has quite a collection. Majority of his are zero of them are replicas. I'm pretty sure he used to have a channel on WWE. I mean, on YouTube called Belt Fan Dan or something like that. But he shows off actual reused belts. None of his belts are replicas. fact, he tried to help WWE once trying to find the WCW television title, the real one, which I don't think I own. In fact, I want to say this right now: every belt that I own is not indeed a real ring used belt. Those things cost thousands of dollars and money I don't have.
Way too much money.
And as I was saying, just saying, it costs nearly tens of thousands of dollars to make, and probably be worth more because they've been used in the ring. If they were ring used and were worn by a certain champion, definitely would cost money to have. And plus, too, if there's some that were wrestlers old, they're definitely not going to let that damn thing go.
No.
Stone Cold still owns a block logo WWF Intercontinental because it has value to it. It was the last belt he nearly ended his career, and it was he had when Owen Hart nearly paralyzed him. Hey guys, give some movie recommended. Well, if you haven't seen Scary Movie yet, I mean, have you seen the Scary Movies like 1 through 5? I would recommend maybe going to see the newer one. Give it a, I mean, because it gives me a laugh every now and then. I say if you're a fan of the Wayne brothers, give it a shot. Just tell me what you think. I do say I wouldn't mind watching up Supergirl, but as well, I want to wait to see that. Well, I know later on today I probably might want to go watch the new watch that Backrooms movie.
Oh, and that came out today.
Oh no, that came out a while back, a little bit. But I would say we'll try to watch it up when I can because after all, I remember that when it's when they had Slender Man come out. It's basically like that. It's a creepy pasta that they're now making into movies. I wanted to see what this has to do with it. You know, I never played much about the Backrooms or read up the stories of it. I want to see what it's gonna feel like because it's gonna. I hear it's gonna. I mean, it's probably got good. It's got a good vibe going to it. I want to see how it goes.
I've definitely played at least one of the games that they had before.
Yeah. But as I said, I probably would recommend those. Maybe, and as well, I like to see the new Resident Evil that comes out. You know what? When I saw the trailer, it looks like it has nothing to do with the video games whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
To me, it has that vibe of World War Z mixture to it. But yeah, I would recommend those when those come out. But yeah, ever hear of a movie called Equilibrium with Christian Bale? I think I heard about that one. Well, I thought you were talking about like Antebellum. I was like, no, that's a totally different movie.
Yeah, no, I have not seen that. I'll probably give it a try though.
Yeah, but I got a ton of movies that I wouldn't mind trying to watch. Like I know I want to watch the Backrooms and see how that one goes, and then continue to watch most of my like Superman movies. But I know, and as well, I've got this series I'm watching. That if you ever seen the Netflix series Big Mouth or Human Resources, they have this new show called Mating Season. Just trying to watch that one. Pretty funny ass show. Hey Dan, did you watch Penguin series? It's connected with Robert Pattinson. Well, I heard about that, but to me that's like some version of good. It's like Gotham's Goodfellas or some mafia related movie.
Hmm.
I mean, I try to watch as much as I can, but they spawn a ton of shit, and it's hard to keep track of.
Honestly.
Yeah, until I'm not much of a Batman fan. I mean, that was more like my brothers in that. But yeah, I always stay telling me watching The Boys, and I'm trying to watch that. And then there's like watch this series, and like I can't keep track of all the series at once, especially my schedule. Trying to watch them all, it'd be almost impossible. But yeah, there's all that stuff. Can you do me a favor? Please check that movie out. Equilibrium. How do you pronounce that name? All right, I'll try to check it out because I know Christian Bale's been in a lot of good movies.
I'll do the same too. I'll try to check it out.
Yeah. and now just doing more stuff here at WB 2K26. That new ringside pass they did with it's like version 3 there is now.
Yep, and I seen they got my boy
Fire and
Kane in here.
Flame. Yeah, Fire and Flare, because they had the first one being the AAA pass, second one being the fan favorite pass. Now they got Fire and Flare. Probably eventually we have one more to do. But yeah.
Which I've heard about.
I'm going to watch, take a screenshot. All right. Yeah, if you can remember that word, it's like a lot of things you gotta watch and stuff like that. Oh, what the hell? Okay. But yeah. Well, in the meantime, wow, we've been going on for so long, over probably 2.5 hours now. But I'm pretty sure before I go, I got one more thing for you guys to say this. All right. True or false? Oh no more. You know what? No, true or false. How about this? Does anybody can tell about this date and time when Kane no longer used the voice box and actually starts talking with his actual voice?
Was that late, like 1999?
I'm saying because he used to talk with the voice box, but it was during a certain time when he was with someone that eventually he started to use it.
Are you talking about X-Pac?
Yeah, with X-Pac. I am saying 2001, but I'm thinking it was probably it wasn't 2001 because Kane started talking because I remember seeing a Survivor Series 2000 when he actually spoke without that. So it had to be before 2001 or at least before 2000.
So definitely 1999.
So I'm thinking probably 99. Which I find it funny because they wanted to claim Kane as a burn victim. That's why they kept him mostly covered. But as he evolved, he started to speak. He started to show more off of his arms. And then most of his mask, you start seeing his mouth and that. I don't know that one. Just saying, Iram, it wasn't 2001. Because he actually was talking in the midst of 2000.
Yeah, exactly.
So I believe it was Brother K, 1999.
So I think the last time he used that, the last time he used that voice box when X-Pac was there, I think was the last time he used it.
Yeah, it was with Xbox. I think Xbox told him when they were in the middle of the ring when he wanted the Kane to say the famous 2 words. Does anyone know what those are?
Sorry.
This. What was Kane's first words he said with his own voice before he ditched that voice box? Let's see if you guys know that one quite well. Pretty sure Brother Kane knows.
You said without the voice box?
Yeah, the first words he said without the voice box. When he had the voice box, we already know what it was because it was during the previews for his match against Stone Cold Steve Austin at King of the Ring.
Yes.
I don't know it.
If it was before that time that X-Pac had told him to say "suck it," I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Well, I would say before it was the words he said without the voice box, where he spoke with his actual voice. It's funny, he tried to sound robotic for it.
Oh yeah, I remember. Is that the one where he said he set himself on fire?
Well, I say with the voice box, it was the matchup against Stone Cold. He said, "If I do not win the title, I will set myself on fire." That was the first thing he said with the voice box. But without the voice box, what was his first words?
Suck it.
Pez? Alright. Well, yeah. it was indeed suck it. All right. How about this one? See if you know this one quite well. Obviously, in the segment down in the backstage with Rock and Hogan, Kane obviously was talking about the Rock's millions of Rock's fans and Hogan's Hulkamaniacs. What does Kane call his fans?
I'll wait to see if they know that one first.
All I know is Kane. Don't
Not
like
like
May 19th. Well, because it's funny about that because A, it was the date that he claimed that his parents were killed in the fire at the funeral home, which is ironic as well. It was the day. It was the day that debuted his famous movie, See No
See
Evil,
no evil.
which they made a sequel of. But I feel like they could have made a third one.
They could have.
Let's say Jacob Goodnight would seem like a. Was his name Jacob Goodnight in that one?
Yeah.
I think that's his name of the killer, Jacob Goodnight.
Be a Canaanite.
Canaanites, yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Surprised everyone knows that one. Infrex Cab M6G. All the emojis. Yeah, indeed. Looks like Pez knows the Canaanites.
So I'm talking about.
Indeed. How about this one? This one's not much wrestling related, but this, if you know this quite well. In the game show, when they had the WWF version, there's two versions of the weakest link. Obviously, the one that had Kane in it. True or false? Kane was the only one out of the group of wrestlers that actually won the weakest link. True or false?
That one, I believe, is true.
Hey guys, did you watch Breaking Bad? I'm not sure. Did you? I have watched it thanks to my mom.
Oh, she watches it?
Oh yeah. All right, hold on. I gotta say it right with the Jesse Pigman phrase. Yeah, bitch! Like that type thing. But yeah. But anyway, true or false? There was 2 episodes of The Weakest Link that was involved with WWE wrestlers, and the one that had Kane in it, Kane was the only one to win the entire show. He was indeed the strongest link.
I'm going to definitely say true for that.
You never watch The Weakest Link, it's all about knowledge. You would suspect Kane to have knowledge?
You'd be surprised.
Well, let's see. Iram, Pez, what do you think? True or false? If in the game show of The Weakest Link, which they finally brought back, but they had 2 wrestling editions. The first one involved with Triple H winning. The second one had Kane in it, and Kane was the strongest link in that show and won the show. True or false?
I used to remember watching that growing up.
Yeah, well, they even had Fear Factor on that. I guess true. Love Breaking Bad. I'd say it's true. They're all saying true. In fact, it is indeed true. Kane indeed was the strongest link. Shockingly, not a lot of people would have suspected Kane to have knowledge like he showed. He knows a lot about Sigmund Freud and Joan of Arc and all that stuff. In fact, this show of The Weakest Link is probably on YouTube right now. The 2 versions of it, of The Weakest Link.
Oh, crazy enough, I also heard that Kane actually beat Brock Lesnar in the arm wrestling match.
What?
So I heard that Kane was the only one who beat Brock Lesnar in an arm wrestling match.
I didn't even know there was an arm wrestling match.
They did that. I think they did that backstage.
I mean, here's this one. True or false? Man, when's the live stream going to end? I'm probably going to end it right after this question. All right, true or false? Big Show actually, in an arm wrestling match, beat Scott Armstrong, who was the national arm wrestling champion at that time. Let's see if you guys know that one.
Yeah, I say true.
True. Kane in real life was a mare. He's pretty good head of his shoulders. Yeah, Well, yeah, I think he's still the current mayor of Knox County, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But yeah, true or false?
Oh, they
Pez
all
is
say
saying
false.
false. I am saying false. Well, as far as I know, I believe it is true because if you've watched Broken Skull Sessions, Stone Cold chatted with the Big Show about an arm wrestling match in which Big Show said he beat Scott Armstrong.
I remember that one.
Yeah. So, Brother Kane got that one saying it was true. Anyway, I'm going to probably end the stream here, but anyway. We're going up for 2.5 hours, probably the longest live stream I've ever done. Probably, filling some time from yesterday because I barely had time to do the live stream yesterday. But anyway, thanks again, Brother Kane, for being a part of this live stream. I want to also shout out to Pez and shout out to Iram. Check out Pez's channel. He's got it. He shows off a great belt collection in his channel. Shout out to check out Brother Kane's channel right here. He does well-known videos, including the most recent one about cocaine. No, guys, I'm not talking about drugs. It's just a character he created called Cocaine. And I want to also shout out to other YouTubers out there. Damn, I know you are in Michigan, but where is everyone else from? Obviously, we're not going to want to give too much information, but like I said, we're like all from the U.S., right? Like I said, I'm from Michigan. I'm pretty sure Brother Kane mentioned it before in the previous time we chatted on this live stream. But yeah, I'm not want to say. I think it was like New York, right? Like somewhere in New York. We're not gonna say exactly the address. Like I said, I'm from Michigan.
Like originally from, or now?
Well, I'm from originally from, and I'm still in Michigan. That's what I'll say. I'm not gonna say where in Michigan because don't want nobody detoxing me and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I'm from Bangladesh, Dhaka City. Okay, so that's what I said. Like it said, it's not mentioning exactly where we're from. Like say, I'm not gonna say what town I'm in. I'm just saying, which state I'm in. So just say there's a lot of people in my state alone. It's gonna be hard to find me.
Oh, just in general, North Carolina.
Yeah. You're in the Carolinas. All right.
But I'm originally from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so I said all right. So for Pennsylvania, we got Michigan, we got Pennsylvania, we got Carolina. So yeah. What I say, guys, shout outs to all these guys. Shout out to my good old friend as well, Stephen Hammer. Check him out. He does belt related videos on his channel as well. And I said, shout outs to Dax. Shout out to Hazard F5's channel. Shout out to WrestleMania. Check their channels out. And as well, guys, wow, we got about 5 to 6 likes. So I say, make sure you keep liking these live streams and all that. And check out these guys' channel. These guys are awesome. We do a great thing. Bye, Iram. And make sure also, if you're new to my channel, check out my videos on my main channel, around 700 some videos. Like, share, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Please subscribe. I'm 10 away from reaching 900, guys. And when I reach 900, you know what that means. Another belt giveaway. And once I get to 1,000, it means I'm going to do another belt giveaway, but it's to be something special. That WCW TV title I showed you, my old school one, I'm going to give that one away to the 1,000 subscribed special. See you guys next week. Yep, indeed. But anyway, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Comment below what you guys think. And as well, don't forget to ring that notification bell so we can start the matches up for new live streams and as well videos coming down the line. And as well, follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96 and on Instagram at DME96, where I may post stuff there, but I post stuff here on YouTube. That's Brother Kane. I'm DM Tombstone Belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, I'm signing off. See you guys next week, hopefully on the exact same time, depending on my schedule. But have a good day, Brother Kane.
You as well, DM.